Good morning, Tom Martino Show.
Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. Okay, I rebooted everything.
Do you have audio?
I rebooted everything.
Is anybody on YouTube? I'm not.
I just rebooted it.
Is there
Here we go.
audio?
Yeah, we're good now.
There is
Testing 1
audio.
2 3 4.
According to Victoria Genesis.
Okay, good. It
good.
sounds like there's audio now.
All right, so we did it.
It sounds like it, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, Tom Martino Show.
I had to reboot. You know, I ought to just do a fresh reboot on the computer every time.
No. Why? It seems to work most times.
Yeah, I know it
Say
does, but
salamander? Okay. Can you do me a huge favor and take me off speakerphone? Santander.
all right, back. It's weird. It's just weird. I can't figure out computer shit. Like why, it takes a shit once in a while and you got to reboot things. All right.
Hey, Alexis, we're having an issue. We've got a friend that basically had you guys install some stuff through Jacuzzi, but they installed the wrong size pan. So when she takes the shower, the water's coming out of it, and apparently you guys aren't calling her back, so I don't know who we talked to on it. Let me look. Hold on.
Okay.
Staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. I think Mark's making some phone calls on Edna's problem. Let's get to Sean, and then what we'll do is we'll go back to Edna as well. So, Sean, what's going on in your life, sir? What's happening, Sean?
And I just want to give you just a quick background. I won't get into it, but in 2020, I bought a 2021 Toyota Corolla from Santander Bank. They were the finance company. Okay, I went to go pay it off, and I sent them $12,900. They're saying they can't find the money in their account, but I got a confirmation number.
Sean, how much did you owe on this loan?
$15,056.03.
And you sent him 12,900?
Yeah, because that's all they would accept at a time. That was their maximum. So I figured I'd pay the 12,900 first, and then pay the rest after they.
So wait a minute. What do you mean? How did you send it? In what form did you send it?
I know you're not going to like this. I sent it ACH, but I got a confirmation from
there's
them that
nothing.
they got it.
There's nothing wrong with ACH. The problem that can arise with an ACH is you put in a wrong number and it goes to a wrong account because you can't claw that back. So in other words, you initiated an ACH. I do it all the time, and I'll send it. You have to have the routing number and the account number of this Santander Bank, right? And your specific account. So are you sure the routing number you had for Santander Bank and the account number for your auto loan were accurately on there?
Yes, sir, because they gave me a confirmation that they received the payment. My problem is they won't credit it to my account so I can pay the last $2,000.
Well, why won't they credit it, Sean? I mean, do they see the money and they refuse to credit it?
Yeah, Tom, you ought to see this one. They're in India, man. So I'm dealing with Indian
Well,
people.
first of all,
and,
how the hell, I didn't even know, honest to God, I didn't even know there were banks available that you could get in India. Where did you access this? Totally online, right? Or were you ever in India and thought one day, I think I want to have an account here?
Nope, I haven't had no problem with the whole
Well,
5 years.
can I ask you something? How long have you had this Santander Bank?
I've had it for 5 years.
How did you find them? I'm just curious.
When I financed the car, that's who they financed. My credit wasn't that good at the time.
And who? Okay, you have to help me here. Who hooked you up with an Indian bank? Was it an Indian car dealership? It's well,
Tom,
go ahead.
It's not an Indian bank. I just looked them up. They have 650 retail banking offices in the U.S. They're part of a Spanish bank called Santander Group. So the Indian part comes from the fact that he's dealing with customer service people who answer the phones.
Never. Okay, so it's not an Indian bank, man. Okay, so you sent.
But Tom, you should see the reviews online. What people are saying, and I got $12,900 hanging up in the air.
No, I know it, man. I know it. That's scary as hell. So you sent Santander Bank a $12,900 payment on your car loan. When? When did you actually send it?
September 30th at 7:57 a.m.
Now, how do you know that so well? I mean, how do you know what time it was?
They sent me a confirmation with all them details on it, and I got the confirmation number and everything.
Who sent you that?
I'm just scared about Santander Bank.
So wait a minute. You said that it was lost or something. So I don't understand what you're saying.
They can't find it. They're saying they can't find it.
But they have. They know that they received it.
I know that's the problem I'm having. These people are Indian, man, and I talk to them on the phone. It's making my chest hurt.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
John, hey, John.
The Indian part. That's the customer service.
Did the money leave your account?
It did. It absolutely did.
And it's still not back, right? So your account is still minus $12,000. And you said
$12,900.
Okay, and you sent this on September 30th?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't get it, though. If they show him sending it, then they say they can't find it. What do they mean by that?
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, Tom, I talked to these people, and they're in India.
But they acknowledge you have something electronically or digitally or an email or something. You have some kind of receipt that they received it.
Yes, sir.
What form? What is your receipt? What form is it? Is it a PDF? What is it?
It was a text message, and it's got a confirmation number. It's got the time.
Okay, cool. Hold on. So you got a receipt of deposit by text message with a verification number. So how can they say that they can't find it?
Well, I have a theory, Tom.
I don't know.
And what are they suggesting you do at this point? Are they saying that
they said they put?
Go ahead.
They said they put a dispute in, sir.
And when did they say they did that?
This has been going on since September 30th. So.
Okay. So what were you going to say, D?
I was going to say September 30th is also known as only 4 business days ago. So
yeah, I guess
the money didn't go to India.
I wasn't looking at it that way.
Yeah.
D. Thanks for putting perspective on that.
Yeah. So look, I mean, it went to the bank. It's going to take some time to process it. I guarantee you, whoever is overseas dealing with customer service doesn't have real-time access to this banking information.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Now that I've had ACHs, I use Relay Financial online. I have about 6 or 7 accounts with them. Great service. The thing about it is, though, I have noticed there is a limbo zone where I will send an ACH and it'll say ACH sent, but not settled.
Same here. So I pay my one credit card I have, I pay the bills online, which is ACH, as you know, and I receive a confirmation email immediately. but I don't see it credited to my bank account or to that credit card account
You're right.
for at least a week, Tom.
I know, you're right.
Sometimes longer.
Hey, listen, how do you send your normal payment, Sean?
The same way. The same way. I have them taken
and
right
when
out
you
of my
send
bank
a normal payment, just out of curiosity, do you ever change or not change? Check on them like you did this one.
Yeah, they usually send me a text message, and I can see it's
Okay,
automatically
here's what I'm
applied to my
asking.
account.
Here's what I'm asking. Is this text receipt that you got on the 12/9, is it essentially the same as the previous text messages you got on other payments when you sent them in?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And does your receipt for the 12/9 actually say 12,900?
Yes, sir.
I would say you're covered right now for a little while. And I'll go along with D. I think that you wanted to settle this so quickly, you're waiting for it to clear. I think it will. But I'm gonna mark this for D here. And what I want you to do,
Hey,
go ahead.
Tom, can you do one thing? Can you look at the reviews? What people are saying about
Well,
that?
what difference? But what difference does that make, Sean? I mean, it's either lost or not. You have a receipt. You have a confirmation number. It will be. You look at, you have everything you need. Don't get rid of anything. Let's just give it a couple of days, and then we'll call them. We'll call them for you. We'll get involved, but let's give it a couple days. I think your other payments probably took the same amount of time. You just never checked on them. You've never actually checked on your other payments. You checked on this one because you're anxious to get it paid off. So they will credit you 12/9. I don't think it's that they can't find it. I think it's in process.
Okay, one more thing. Is there any way you can look at the reviews, what people are saying about that bank?
Oh, my God.
Look, I'm looking at
Why
theory.
do I care about that? I mean, seriously, Sean, why do I care about that? Sean?
All right.
No.
listen to you.
Help me understand. Help me understand. Because you want me to see that they're not a good bank, right?
I'm just saying what people are saying about them, and
Who
I'm
would
kinda
leave a
scared.
review for a bank?
Oh, you wouldn't believe how
My
crappy
God.
these reviews are.
Well, because
Deputy
they're going
D,
to be
give
bad.
us a rundown.
I mean,
Hold on, I
what's
want
a
D
good-
to give us
okay.
Deputy D, give us
Well,
a rundown.
I'm looking at dozens, if not hundreds, of one-star reviews, and it's only because people can't leave a zero-star review. So I agree with the caller.
What are they saying about it? Give me an idea.
Non-existent customer service, takes 3 days to clear a check,
See?
bad banking app. I mean, like, it's just a ton of complaints, right? But the point is, they are a crummy bank, it appears. But Sean, I think it's only been a few days. You got to give it some more time, and you'll see your payment credited to your account, and then never do business with Santander Bank again.
Yeah. I think, Sean, what I was trying to get across to you is,
Wait. I want to get what I was trying to say across for the sake of reality. I just looked up Wells Fargo on Consumer Affairs 1 star. Who leaves a good review for a bank?
Mark
Don't look
has
up
a
any
good
trash
point. No,
company.
Mark has a good point.
Look
When are you
up
going to
any
go on?
trash company in the world, and they're all going to have bad reviews. People don't go, oh, they picked up my trash on Wednesday. Good job.
No, you know what? He is absolutely right.
Well, kind of right. I leave 5-star reviews for my bank all the time.
You do?
Yeah, they ask me to every time I do the transaction with them, they send me a link to leave a
With
review.
Mark, in general, and I think if we ask our YouTube morons right now, because that's our instant feedback, who literally?
They can't hear us, Tom.
What's that?
YouTube morons still can't hear us.
Well, yeah, they actually. Well, we have verified that the audio is perfect. So some people can. I can't say why. And D just checked it, and everything's working perfectly. So I can't mess with it. I mean, some people are saying it's perfect, and others are saying they can't hear it. So it's not on this end, because if some people are hearing it perfectly, that's all we can do.
It doesn't matter. Let's break.
Yeah. So right now, here's the bottom line. And look at the comments there, Suze. Look at them, and you'll see the mixed comments. By the way, we'll talk about electronics and banks and all that, but Mark really has a point. I can't think of a reason anyone would go online and give them an actual positive review, or give any bank a positive review. We have more coming right up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
Yeah, pretty quiet ride here on the highways, even the byways for that matter. Dry Creek in Quebec was the last crash that we had in. Watch for a little bit of a slow spot down to the south there. I-70 eastbound, a little slowing still, basically between Pena heading east over towards the E470 interchange. They're down to one lane, so it does tend to back up through that area. I-25 does look good. There's some minor slowing south coming into downtown, but the freeways everywhere else are wide open. Foothills Drive looks good, including I-70. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially Easy Deal Days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your Staples local store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Hey, if you want to be a landlord, but you don't want the hassles and the risks, you'll have not the conventional hassles and risks, just the normal ones, but even better. Vestera Turnkey has a system that they plug you into, and they become your nanny during the entire process. They go out and find great markets to buy in. They help you identify promising properties, manage the properties, rent them out, even insuring the properties, whatever you need. They're basically a group that helps you be a landlord. If you want to be part of this and make extraordinary returns, find them at vesteraturnkey.com, 303-888-3788. Hey, you may have heard that a lot of the incentives are gone for solar systems, but not for commercial systems. There are plenty of great incentives. And Red Rock's Roof and Solar can help you qualify for a commercial system, maybe even with a home-based business or an agribusiness. You might be a landlord, a duplex, an apartment house, a strip mall, whatever it is. Red Rocks can do small and large commercial solar systems and help you get them paid for, nearly all of it by the government. And they can show you how to make positive cash flow when you sell back to the grid. 303-704-2449. That's for commercial solar systems, and they service all solar as well. RedRocksRS.com. All right. Somebody's typing hard.
So we accidentally have two live streams running. So some of the YouTubies are on the other live stream, not able to hear anything.
Can Mark go in and stop that one? I don't know how to do it. Okay, because I thought it automatically shut down the other one when I rebooted.
And I was in the old one watching everyone say, still no audio, still no audio. I didn't realize there were two running. But
Mark can stop that one, right?
He is going right now.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. I should just every morning just reboot before I do everything, because it's just like every once in a while there's gremlins, and if I reboot, it comes back.
It's like, getting 8 hours rest. You got to reboot. Maybe a PC does too.
Yeah, because this one's working great.
Oh, he says no sound here.
Every once in a while, there's gremlins.
Chop, I am hearing sound. Where's Chopper? I hear sound on this feed.
Whatever.
Chopper says there's sound.
Oh, he says, I didn't see that. I just saw the one before that. No sound here, Suze, but a different...
Oh, right.
God bless.
By the way, First Bank is under new ownership. John says. So we should only have one kind of stream going right now. Every man should only have one stream. It's dangerous if you try to have two streams. All right. Now, Edna, did we get anything? Can we go back to her with anything? Jacuzzi?
Yes, I did.
We got something? Okay.
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you. Bum, bum. Master list. I haven't heard a peep from Mark Szymanski, sir.
Oh, he's going to be here in a few minutes.
Oh, he's not there yet. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I meant to tell you that, Tom. He's running a little late this morning.
Right.
Hey, some people I think are dumb. I get this email going, I keep hearing you say the point of use system costs $1,200. Must be talking about
AdvancedHair.com.
Hey, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Back to Edna. I believe Mark looked into that as well. But here's the bottom line, okay? She had a jacuzzi bath put in with Midwest baths or something, whatever the hell it was. And she's just having all kinds of problems. And she's trying to get some help. Mark, what did you find out?
Well, I talked to somebody over there. They're going to reach out to me, the right person. They escalated it fairly quick. Then I'll try to conference her on because she needs to be on the phone with us. But the bottom line is this. They said they're going to get it handled. But I had a question for Edna.
Mark, was that, when you said that, was that the jacuzzi or the Midwest bath?
That is the people that installed it for Jacuzzi Midwest Bath.
Okay, thank you. So go ahead.
So, Edna, if a door, right now you have a curtain or a door on there.
I have a curtain rod.
If they would install a door and that would fix it, why would that not be a good option? That would be a lot better than having a shower curtain, if you ask me, but maybe there's something I don't know.
Yes, I have a very small apartment, and I have to do the drip dry from my laundry on the shower rod, and the opening to the doors is not big enough.
Okay, I just wanted to know your reasoning there, but soon as I hear from them, I'll reach out and we'll have a three-way conversation.
Do I need to stay on the phone?
Not right now. Not right now. But we will get you. We will get you on as soon as Mark hears the follow-up. So thank you for calling, and we'll keep trying to help you. Speaking of baths, and I want to let people know that we take seriously all complaints. And we had one on discount bath Deputy Bo's working on. Somebody said, "What about that one?" We'll check with Deputy Bo on that. But basically, it's not impossible that people, even on a referral list, get complaints. The important thing is handling them. And the important thing is that you have a place to go. And so anyway, we have Matt Sanford with us from Paragon Services. We began a little bit about bad faith. Bad faith is more than breach of contract. I've dealt with bad faith many times over the years. It's when the way one attorney told me about it, it's more than just a breach. It's more than just, hey, they didn't follow this letter to the law or to the contract language, or they didn't do this. It's almost like they know it's a legit claim and they just either delay or deny, and they just keep putting it off. Matt, can you give me an example of maybe some bad faith you've run across in the future, in the past,
Yeah, the one I actually just settled this one a few months ago. It was USAA. This was a water claim, and it was kind of the situation where the homeowner didn't know about the leak at first because it was hidden within a wall cavity.
Okay.
Right. And so their whole thing was, well, you didn't call it in when it first happened, so we're not going to cover all the mold and all the stuff that went on for months.
Because they say that you had an obligation to mitigate your damages.
Right. And on our side, it was like, well, who cuts the sheetrock behind their tub to check on the plumbing? Right. That's not reasonable. It's not practical.
Right.
So when the leak manifested, months after it slowly started to drip, now we're talking, okay, we've got swollen subfloor and all kinds of water damage in between upstairs and downstairs. So this ended up being like a $300,000 claim.
Oh my God. So were they denying all of it?
They were denying about 80,000, 80 to 100,000 in coverage. They basically just paid to fix the leaky pipe.
Okay.
And none of the damage resulting from.
So
from
did
that.
you guys actually bring a bad faith lawsuit?
Yes, and it took a well over a year to get it, but the judge said absolutely that's bad faith. Triple.
Wow.
It paid triple.
Are you kidding me? Triple coverage?
Yeah. And really, USAA could have avoided that, obviously, if they would have paid it.
Holy crap.
They just continued to shoot themselves in the foot throughout the whole legal process.
I'd like to, so people don't just run right out thinking I got bad faith. I'd like to go through the steps of what you have to do first before they even want to hear from you as bad faith. And again, it's more than just a breach. They must have really denied or delayed something so legit that any other person would have said, pay it. We got more on this. This is really important, people, because I was told one time by a law firm, and I believe you might have heard of him, Matt, something Daly and Black or Black and Daly, or it's.
Yes, I know them.
They do an extraordinary job, I think. And I don't know who you use, but I'd like to talk in general about when do you pull that trigger. We got more right after telling you about Fix It 24/7 right now. Extreme Clean, tune and check for just $39 if you've never had it done. Now, if you're a customer, that's fine. But if you had it done already, that's it. Now, they'll do it under other programs. But right now, this is for introductory services. This is to show you what they can do. FixMyHome.com. Book now. $39 an extreme clean, tune, and check of your furnace.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, pretty quiet ride here on the highways, even the byways for that matter. Dry Creek in Quebec was the last crash that we had in. Watch for a little bit of a slow spot down to the south there. I-70 eastbound, a little slowing still, basically between Pena heading east over towards the E470 interchange. They're down to one lane, so it does tend to back up through that area. I-25 does look good. There's some minor slowing south coming into downtown, but the freeways everywhere else are wide open. Foothills Drive looks good, including I-70. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially easy deal days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your Staples local store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
You know, I can't emphasize getting used cars checked out before you buy them. I can't emphasize it enough. Sheridan Auto Tech offers this service. Plus, once you do own a car, they'll maintain it and repair it, including electrical issues. But please, by all means, if you're thinking about a used car, have it checked out at Sheridan Auto Tech. If the dealer won't let you have it checked out, don't do business with them. SheridanAutotech.com for all maintenance, repairs, light and heavy, including electrical, on Colfax west of Wadsworth. 303-455-7242, 455-7242. So Mark and Suze they've lit up their life with Excel. Now, is Suze there near the mic where she can talk? I'd like to know her perspective. Oh, she's not there.
She's not here.
It's okay. But Mark, tell us about the smartphone programming.
Well, you just hop on there and you can do whatever you can imagine with these lights. Thousands of colors, thousands of patterns, millions of options. It's cool as hell.
Yeah, and you can save, once you find a pattern or something you love, you can save it as a favorite, right?
Yep.
And they'll give you almost instant estimates by going to their website, excelroofing.com. They have satellite imagery or other imagery that can help them get an exact cost. And by the way, I'll tell you about this during the show. Excelroofing.com, excel as in excellent, EXCEL, excelroofing.com.
Finding relief.
Let's see here.
Okay, I got to put a note in here. Wait till you hear what.
Yeah, I went online yesterday, and I thought you could just do it online. They'd give you an estimate, but then said a rep is working on it. Call me back, and he left me a voicemail yesterday saying to call him. I'm just curious.
It's not in minutes, is what you're saying. Yeah, we got it.
It was maybe
you put online estimate, but pull the in minutes because it simply doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a couple hours.
Okay, I will.
Because it was during the show, and then he called me back maybe 3:34 somewhere.
Are you saying I have to do truth in advertising? Come on, man. That's too much of a burden. Copy. Oh, that's the one I want. I like that one. Mm-hmm.
What did they email you or text you, or how did that go down?
You told me to get with your mom about...
Because last year when we did this, if I recall, it was 2 days later after I booked them, they needed something changed. So...
Okay, well, after your dad's surgery last week, you said reach out to my mom about Thanksgiving.
I'm just going to say, are you sure about these dates like you were last year?
Stop for a second. So she just emails me, this is what we thought. We'd like to come on the 24th or 25th. I'd like to help you in prep for Thanksgiving. Robert would like to return on Monday the 1st, unless Mark and Robert have plans. I would like to visit with you and Addie, maybe a girls' night, maybe dinner, and also see 2 or 3 friends. Then she asked about a friend, bringing a friend who lost her husband. And she goes, I think if I leave on the 7th, that would be more than adequate time. What do you
Yeah,
think?
you can say that 3 times. I didn't see her for 5 days last time.
Okay, first off, you know your dad could be listening.
So,
I don't want to hurt any feelings.
literally, they changed it after I booked it last time. 2 days later, oh, we messed up on the dates.
Well, you're right. So just get with your parents.
I want to
and
see it
say,
in a fucking email with signatures and go to the bank and get it notarized shit.
God bless. And they might have been...
We're going to end up with 50 people.
Are you doing Thanksgiving at home?
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Have our guests in the house here. I don't know if Mark got there yet, but anyway, we were talking about bad faith. And again, this is a last-ditch effort. Bad faith, I mean, I can't believe that they don't negotiate at the mere word or the starting of the litigation. Did this particular one that you guys litigated, and of course Matt will partner with law firms when he needs to do the bad faith. Bad faith is where an insurance company denies or delays a legitimate claim. That's basically it, okay? And in Colorado, I was told to have a legitimate claim, you simply need a contractor who is licensed and qualified to say you have this damage from this storm. And Matt, is that basically all it takes?
Yes, yes and no. So and then that's changing. But what happens is so the contractor is technically your quote expert, right? And so when the insurance company starts getting their own experts, that's when you know it's brewing. So if they get an engineer or they get a building consultant or an estimator on their own dime, what they're doing is trying to pay somebody to make this go away.
Now, let me ask you something. You say, what's changing? You said that's changing. What do you...
Well, more and more these insurance companies are hanging up the phone on contractors and saying we have no obligation to even talk to you, which brings more to my desk as a public adjuster. But so it's just there's a shift, and it's my whole view is just Colorado, right? I can't speak for California and other places, but in general, contractors are starting to get hung up on, and I think that a big part of that is just contractors trying to shoot for the moon with their estimates.
I want to, coming up in the show, I want to tell people how they can threaten bad faith, and just the mere threat, if done the right way, could get them a settlement. I also want to talk about LED lighting bids that I've gotten as an experiment. You would not believe the costs and what Excel can do for you. All of this coming up.
Let's absorb all of that.
Yeah.
Let me absorb that for a minute. Okay. You wanted to invite them, and then you get all worked up.
We're not talking about it now.
Do. Where'd all my windows go?
I didn't hear about Diddy. I was camping all weekend. Did Diddy? That's it?
He asked the president for a pardon, apparently.
Most of the charges he was acquitted on.
Yeah, I know.
I thought 4 years was extreme, honestly.
Well, it'll be 5-star resort time.
Is he in Martha Stewart prison? He must be.
I mean, I would think.
I think it was federal charges.
Oh, it says...
And I still got to use that damn. Let me look at that Hilton thing again.
Oh, are you a member of Hilton?
Yeah, and I got a free night that expires soon.
Hilton Garden Inn is my favorite, man. I love those.
Let's see here.
So what's new with you, brother?
You hear Rush is touring? You guys like Rush?
It expires on the 8th, so that really throws me off, damn it.
Well,
maybe if I go to Vegas.
I didn't so where did it all begin?
The unit upstairs.
Okay.
That's the one
now,
right
did that
next
unit
to,
fix its problem? Because their liability would be responsible to you.
Aria. It's up to Matt to figure out
It's nice.
Right.
we need to make a claim list.
Right.
He thinks
There's
he's
no
gonna make
casino
it
or anything,
live.
which really I don't care. And Perry's Pizza has a huge draft house there. And it's like, well, last time we were there, like half of them were empty, but typically it's like the Yard House. They got like 100 beers, or 50 or something.
Yeah.
Then move back in.
I think I
That
might
says
stay
all my
downtown
shit has to
next
go
time.
into storage.
Golden
So
Nugget
I
or
have to
something.
manage that move out.
I've done that. Last time we did that, it's been years, but I
It's
was
fun
thinking
down
the
there.
same thing. I like going down there and walking around. I like playing blackjack at
Cheaper tables.
yeah. Where's that place I love blackjack downtown?
Golden Gate.
It's
Golden
no.
Gate's great, but it's a Spanish Mexican
El Cortez.
El Cortez.
The El Cortez, man.
Golden Gate is removing all their table games now.
They got rid of the girls dancing
I know.
on the tables.
Why'd they do that?
I don't know, but that was my favorite little spot. Those
We love
slinky
going to
little
Golden
dresses that they're
Gate, yeah.
shaking, and man,
We always go there when we're in Vegas.
they
We always
removed
do that.
all the table games. It's all electronic games now.
Because they make more money. That's the bottom
It's right
line.
across from our favorite restaurant. So the California,
They used
the
to have-
Redwood Steakhouses in California,
Yeah.
which is right across.
Right
the
across
street.
Fremont.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had like 20 drafts not long ago, and all their
Hold on,
drafts.
I got to
are
see
gone,
what
too.
time my radiation
At
is.
Golden Gate.
At Golden Gate. We stayed there. I believe we stayed there
I have
one time, didn't
radiation
we?
coming up.
Golden Gate.
I thought we did.
I don't even know if
I
that's
wanna
a
find out
hotel.
the time.
Where did we stay
Well, it's
downtown?
Golden Nugget is right next to
No,
I thought
God,
it
no.
was like the D.
It's
Oh, yeah, we
different
stayed at the
times.
D.
So
That
hold on.
was it.
We tried that whole.
down by the White
It's
Castle.
actually at 3
The
o'clock. So
problem
I
is,
should have time.
it gets a little
Heart
bonkers
Attack
after a while.
Grill.
I mean, we can also
That place,
discuss
that
in between
street
too
gets
if you want.
nuts.
It gets
It
crazy.
does.
It's fun seeing one night. It's like being at the zoo.
Totally.
But you don't want to live at the zoo.
Right. It's go hang out and then go back to.
Yeah, do a little
Waldorf.
people watching.
And
and then
Ubers
go
are
back to the Aria.
Yeah.
Uber's cheap enough.
Yeah. It's not a bad drive. I like that Peppermill restaurant. I don't know if you've been there. It's
Where?
between the Strip and Fremont. It's about halfway down. Cool little lounge. You feel like you're like, with Frank Sinatra's crew,
Yeah.
kinda old school.
Good food. You
Good
just
enough.
Like the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe.
Yep.
Food,
Matt?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Hey, Matt,
We
it's
also
Dimitri.
It's kind of right next to the Venetian. It's this little hole in the wall casino called Royal Casino.
Okay.
It's $5 drafts.
Yeah.
Cheap gambling, and we love it. So, but
Little
it's like
hole
a
in the
little.
wall.
It's right next to the little White Castle
Okay.
right by Venetian.
Then I
like you
probably-
would miss it just
I-
walking by.
I probably have missed it. Because I have been to the
I
White
can't
Castle.
read this. What is she insane? She's I hate. I'm not liking people today in general.
Who are you talking about?
This lady just asking for. I said, send me a contract. She sends me something you couldn't read in 8 million years.
What is all this in the? The bathroom remodeling agreement?
No, it's some lady with a complaint. Just some bullshit. Straight up bullshit.
Mark's triggered today.
I am triggered today.
Just a little bit. It's all good. Have you tried Circa in Vegas? MR, we've been there several times to watch football and mess around. They have a great, the Legacy Lounge, isn't that in the
Yeah,
Circa?
the rooftop.
Oh, that's so cool. So we've been there, MR, but no, we've not stayed there.
Cool.
Mark doesn't like anybody.
I love
Stoic
that,
Fuel says.
that pool with the game pool.
Oh,
where
yeah,
you-
it's huge.
Oh,
It's
so
crazy. That whole,
Yeah.
yeah. Mark doesn't like anybody except Frank Duran.
Pretty much.
cool. And Gravina.
Gravitas. That's funny.
That Hard Rock's gonna be pretty cool, where the Mirage was.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like they're keeping the hotel part for the most part.
Redoing the pool.
I hope Trump throws all these fucks in jail. I hate all of them.
All
Jack
who,
Smith
Mark?
needs to burn in hell.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. The only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. We are trying to help you with your problems. So if you have a problem, give us a call. We love talking to you. One of the biggest problems we usually have, not usually, it's a definite, is insurance, homeowners insurance, car insurance, whatever, insurance, denying claims. We'll talk to a public adjuster regarding that, and also contractors who deal with insurance companies. But first, I want to take your calls, as I said, whatever topic it is, and we'll go with Aaron, who has an issue with a rehab center. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Aaron, what's going on with you? Hello, Aaron.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, man. What's happening? How can we help you?
So I was employed with Tribe Recovery Homes of Denver, and they specialize in rehabilitation and drug and alcohol, and they also have a sober living.
And it's called Tribe Recovery?
Tribe Recovery Homes and Services.
Okay, is it called that because it has something to do with Native Americans? I'm just curious.
No, it doesn't. It's more like just they're like a tight community. So
okay, so what's going on?
So since about July 18th, they haven't been paying their employees.
Not at all.
And I currently quit.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Wait a minute.
Nope.
What do they say? You're not getting paid, or we have to delay it, or we're going to owe it to you? I mean, in other words, they're just not paying anyone.
Nope. And they've been giving us promises and then giving us paperwork saying that they'll pay at this time, and they'll try.
Now,
to
is this a nonprofit, Aaron? Is this a nonprofit, this rehab center, or is it a regular rehab center?
It's a nonprofit,
and
so they bill Medicaid, they get grants,
okay,
stuff like that.
And did they give a reason for not paying the staff?
All they keep saying is that they don't have the funds. But for all the clients that are there, they're still billing Medicaid. They're still getting money somewhere.
Golly, this is weird. How many employees are we talking about?
Well, when I was working there, I stopped working there September 10th because I couldn't keep going without getting paid. So during the time when I worked there was 28. From what I've heard now, there's 25.
There were... God. Now, are the other people working free with the hope that they'll get paid?
Yes, I'm still in contact with some of them, and they're.
And what are they saying? Like, what is their reason for going into work every day? Do they tell you, "Hey, Aaron, they're going to come through eventually"? What do they think?
Yeah, that's basically what they say, and they say that they keep giving them promises, and then they end up not coming
but
through with
Aaron,
those
it's
promises.
almost impossible. July, August, September, and now we're into October. I mean, but for 3 months, people not getting a paycheck. How are the people even paying their bills and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. They have significant others that are helping, but they're upset about it. A lot of us didn't want to quit because we like our position. We like helping.
Tell me what this tribe. Tell me what Tribe Recovery does.
So I worked at the Boulder location, which was actually shut down 2 or 3 weeks ago.
How many locations did they have? 2 locations?
Oh, they have 2 inpatient programs, but they also have sober livings around Aurora and Denver.
Okay. So they have various locations around the metro area?
Correct.
And
they also have some in Vegas as well.
What do you
called
know,
the
D?
labor board?
D, hold on a sec. D, what do you know? D's looking up while we're talking here. What do you know, D?
Well, they had two facilities in the Denver metro area. One in Boulder, which shut down a couple of weeks ago. They cite loss of funding. And the one in Denver, and I'm still not sure if that one is still open. And they have another facility in Las Vegas, of all places. But our caller says they also apparently operate some other housing options, but I haven't found any reference to those.
So he called them, I know what he means. They're like just sober living places where people live together on the program. Does it say anything about their troubles online?
Yeah. So according to this news article, and it said that they opened their Boulder facility in 23 with a $900,000 one-time grant from the U.S. Department of Justice. And when the startup federal funding ended, both the city and county declined to provide ongoing funding. So apparently that's why they shut down. So it does sound like they're out of money.
So government grants was their primary.
Seems like that was their only source of revenue. Well, according to this article, but our caller says that they also bill Medicaid or some kind of government assistance programs. So this article is silent on that part of the matter.
Okay. So, Aaron, what are you calling about today? What can we do to help you, or what are you hoping to get accomplished?
I mean, I don't know. I'd like to spread the word on this, and maybe somebody could try to help us employees get paid from them.
Well, Mark had a really good idea. Mark, didn't you say call the labor commissioner and just file a claim with them?
Yeah, I mean, if they went bankrupt, that's different. I mean, unless they're a secured creditor, there's nothing special there. So
do you see a bankruptcy there? We don't. We're trying to go ahead, Mark.
Well, I mean, he said they went out of business. I mean, I don't know.
No, just one of their facilities. They shut down the Boulder facility.
Yeah.
And
well, which one do these people work at?
I don't know. Where did you work at?
I worked at the Boulder location. There's a couple others that worked at the Boulder location. I quit right around the time after they closed that location. However,
well, have you tried the regular labor department?
Yes, I've already filed a claim with the.
Then you've done everything. I mean, if they filed for bankruptcy, that could very well be your issue, though.
But Mark, are you seeing a bankruptcy somewhere?
No, I'm not. But if they went out of business and they have no funding and they're not paying their employees, I do see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, just the Boulder location shut down. The one in Denver is still active. The track center, which is located on 1178 Mariposa Street, that's still open. However, they did, allegedly, from what I've heard, put that house up for sale. But they're still working out of that location.
Are those people getting paid?
Well, I'm sorry. I don't even see it on the call screener. What's the name of this place so I can look it up?
It's
Tribe Recovery Homes.
Tribe, Mark, as in an Indian tribe.
Do you know if the people on Mariposa are getting paid?
You know, I don't know all that, but I do know that a lot of the other employees are going through the same thing as us because we are still in contact with, like, some of them, but not all of them. Like, some of them are, like, the owner's family, so I would assume that they're still getting paid, but I'm not for sure. You know, I don't.
No, I know. I understand. All you're trying to do, you're trying to get paid, but you're also trying to let people know about it. But I don't know what people can do about it. It's not like a retail place. They can say, we're not going to use you anymore. I mean, it's unfortunate. It really is. We got to figure out how to get people paid. We do. We have to figure.
I'm wondering if Aaron, were you an employee or an independent contractor?
I was an employee.
Okay. Well, you should be able to get paid. What did the government say when you filed this claim with them?
I haven't heard anything back from them.
How long has it been?
The crazy thing is that right before this
Yeah.
job, I was working at another place. They did the same thing. However, they went out of business. Now it's hard for me to find them. And I also filed with the state. It took them 8 months to assign an investigator to my case. So it gave that other company enough time to hide everything that was going on. And now it's hard for me to even find out where the owner is even at.
Well, what do you mean hide things? You don't think they're not doing this on purpose? They just ran into financial trouble. What started their financial trouble? I'm curious about that.
They cut the funding. The feds cut the funding. They don't have money anymore.
The grant ran
money.
out.
Well, the grant, no, that was a one-time grant that ran out. I'm talking about their regular funding, their regular stuff. Mark, are you just assuming that because of all these cutbacks that the feds stopped funding it? I don't know that. I mean, is there any indication online there, Dimitri, that that their grants ran out? That one grant was a one-time grant, right?
Yeah, it was a one-time grant. It was $900,000 from the DOJ, and they used up that money.
Right.
And that's what they cite as the article that cites that as the reason for them having to shut down.
Okay. That facility.
Yeah, the Boulder facility. Mm-hmm.
So they're still getting patient fees, though, in the facility in Denver, right, Aaron? That's one of the things. And you're wondering, what are they doing with the revenue? I mean,
I think Tribe just manages the homes. They're almost like, if I'm reading this right, they're more like a property manager. So they don't own it. They manage the homes. I don't know who owns the home.
Well, I think Tribe might be the 501(c), and I think what they do is they operate these facilities. You're right. The actual real estate, I don't think they have anything at all. I think they're just a rehab place. And I think, Mark, you're right in that probably their government funding went away.
Tom, if you want me to, I can call them and talk about Aaron's paycheck.
You know what? Let's call not just talk about that paycheck, but call and say, listen, we're trying to get your side out there as to why. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have some freaking 28 people that have been working since July without money. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a quick call. I think that's a great idea, just to see what they say. Look, like I said, these places that run out of money or government grants, or they operate on donations and all of that, they're having a tough time. And if they are, it's not like they're designing it. You're almost sounding like, Aaron, you think there's something crooked going on. And I'm hearing that it's just another one of these 501c3s having problems. Aaron, do you have reason to believe there's corruption going on?
Yeah, so allegedly, like, there were certain days, like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. The day changed a lot, but there was money drops. But they're trying to tell us there wasn't enough money dropped in order for...
What do you mean by... Hold on, I got to take a break. I got to take a break. Bro, you're getting into territory here. You're not getting paid. You're pissed off. Just make some calls. There's no corruption that I can see. I mean, the damn place is trying to run a rehab on government funding. We got more coming up. You know, this stuff with people...
Retirement planning doesn't have to be complicated. Tune in to the Exact Wealth Show with John Becker and Sarah Nugent-Knoll of Exact Benefits. Saturdays at 6 a.m. right here on 630 KHOW.
If you're ever in trouble, and I hope you're not, you need a defense attorney, I want to direct your attention to someone I've known for 30 years, Joe Lazzara. He'll do free initial consultations always. And then depending on the charge or what it is, he'll do a flat rate for your entire case. So you're not nickeled and dimed. And here's what I really love about Joe. You can trust him. He's been around this long, and we have checked him out for you so you don't have to shop under pressure. When you're really under pressure, bad time to make those decisions. So put the name down. I hope you never need it, but you might need to refer it to a friend or neighbor. Lazzara, Lazzara, LazzaraLegal.com, 303-429-6200. Hey, it's open enrollment coming up in just a couple days. Open enrollment is a time you have to make selections for your health care. Do not assume, please do not assume that you're going to be automatically renewed at the same terms and conditions, especially if you're under Medicare with a supplement or you have Medicare Advantage. What I'm trying to tell you is you need the help of professionals. We recommend Integra Insurance. They can help you in all your health insurance needs. 303-466-5500. 303-466-5500.
Dead right.
Worried about market losses? If headlines
4 minutes.
It's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you can receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
I do want to see Rush, though.
You do. We have a good friend that totally obsessed with Rush.
The thing.
I've never known Mark to be. I mean, I'm sure he's liked their songs, but I've never known him to be like a big fan.
The ones that love them, love them.
Yes, and that's how our friend is.
It's like a cult.
With Dave Richards with Rush.
Oh, yeah.
And Van Halen.
And Van Halen. In fact, I think if you're a big Rush fan, you're probably a big Van Halen fan. I don't know, because I'm not a big fan of either. So.
I noticed Metallica's got their own channel now on Sirius.
Yeah, there's rumor they might be doing the Sphere. It's rumor.
Oh, I'd go to that.
Yeah.
We should go to that.
Yeah. Oh, we're there.
That would be bad.
We'll hit you up. If they actually announce that, definitely. Metallica at the Sphere.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. I can't even imagine. That would be rowdy.
Mark, somebody got. Are you there, Mark?
Mark's there. He doesn't have his headphones on.
Oh, okay.
Now he does.
So, Mark, some guy texted me an estimate for LEDs, not from Excel. The estimate was $21,000.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars, and you're going to love GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com.
I'm going to ask him for his address.
It's all linear feet, man.
Aaron?
Or not? Is it linear or just foot?
Linear. I don't know how they do it.
It's per foot. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's literally per foot, and it's like $26 to $28 a square foot for what Excel has. For jellyfish lighting, it's generally around $45 a foot. I keep saying square foot. It's not a square foot.
Linear foot.
It's a
linear
fucking
feet.
foot. Yeah,
linear feet.
foot.
You got a remote
Oh,
for
it's
it?
an app.
It's an app.
It's really pretty.
Can you run it from right here? Like you could.
No, you have to be next to it. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not supposed to be cheap. It's supposed to be kick-ass and cool. It's hidden. You can't see it. They paint the rails to match your house. There's an entire track system that's installed. I mean, it's insane, man. That's why it's called permanent lighting.
Somebody on YouTube was like, we should.
After a little fog and some cloud cover in the morning, we're going to bring back sunshine by later on this afternoon. Temperatures today still below average in the low 60s.
Do a video,
I'm Fox
Mark.
31. Pinpoint weather team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
I cannot. I'm hearing 5 things at once.
Staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Frank Duran, the real estate man, will do an evaluation of your home to see what it will sell for. This market is crazy. Things are selling fast in some cases. Other cases, they're sitting for months. Why? Frank Duran will do an analysis of your home and what he believes it will sell for. And he's the real deal. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. The analysis comes with no obligation, but you'll know what you can get and put in your pocket. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Rhonda, you have a comment on Medicaid. Now, what is going on with you, Rhonda?
Hey, real quick, let me. I found some information out on Tribe. So sure enough, they lost that federal funding. But the other thing is, apparently with their Boulder location, Boulder wanted them to start taking in homeless people, or as Boulder calls them, unhoused populations.
Unhoused, exactly.
And that is not what Tribe does. But Boulder really wanted them to start doing that, where Tribe basically concentrates on formerly incarcerated individuals that could relapse on drugs and stuff. So they're like, no, we're not a homeless shelter, but Boulder wanted them to do it. So they took the people they had there and put them in the Denver facility, according to what I'm reading.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Rhonda, what is your comment on Medicaid?
Well, I go to a lot of treatment centers to take in AA meetings, and a lot of the Medicaid is stopping funding, and they're shutting them down.
Because of the government shutdown, or in general?
No, because of the Medicaid not paying.
You got to qualify for Medicaid now. You can't be someone.
The people that's in them treatment centers are on Medicaid.
Okay.
But Medicaid is not funding treatment centers.
Okay.
Well,
they've stopped it.
Well, I don't know if that's true, Rhonda, in all cases that they just stopped paying for. You're saying they stopped paying for drug treatment and rehab?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them. Not all of them.
I wonder, listen, we're going to, here's the sad situation. Well, I don't know if it's sad or not, but we are going through a period where the government isn't going to pay everything it used to pay. Now, some people will say, well, that's mean, that doesn't have a heart, and we need really more liberal policies. The government should pay for this and should pay for that and should pay for this and should pay for that. Then there are others who say the government shouldn't pay for any of this stuff. And then there are those in between. Where do you stand, Mark? We're going to see a lot.
First of all, I stand her information is just completely wrong. There's been no broad. No, I'm being serious. There's no broad cuts. I'm reading it right here. Health First Colorado, which is our Medicaid system, still provides. There's been no broad cuts for drug and alcohol treatment, period, end of story. Now, there's been changes like I was trying to allude to. You got to have prior authorization as of September. So whether or not she got that, I have no idea. And the enhanced reimbursement is ending. Some clinics basically saw higher payments, and now they don't like what the state is paying them for it, and they want more money, and the state's not going to give them more money. This has been on 9 News. This has been on Fox News. So they're saying we're not going to take Medicaid anymore. But to say the feds, and I don't think she really meant the feds, have anything to do with cuts here, they simply don't. The providers want more money. They're not get paid enough, and they can't afford to operate off of what the Medicaid payment is.
Okay. Well said. And what I'm saying, what I want to make a comment in, well, let me take Brian first, and I'll talk about what I wanted to say about government reimbursements and government funding. Brian, what's going on with Cherry Creek School District?
Hey, Tom, I appreciate you taking my call.
Yes, sir.
My daughter is 9 years old, and she is in the deaf and hard of hearing program within the Cherry Creek School District.
Okay.
And this year, they seem to be having a real issue with being able to provide sign language interpreters in the classrooms. Never had a problem before, but this year, there are 11 children in the elementary school district that are all in one school. They have one sign language interpreter for all 5 grades. And this has been going on since the beginning of the school year. They hadn't even notified the parents that there was an issue until the parents started asking. And I just keep getting excuses. I keep hearing.
Well, let me ask you, Brian, how it operates in Cherry Creek, because I'm not familiar with the program. But is your daughter mainstreamed where basically she does the normal flow and then there are interpreters where she goes?
Yes. They have all of the children go to one elementary school, one middle school, and one high school within the district. So my daughter gets bused to
Right.
one elementary school within the district.
No, I get it,
She
but
is
but
in general
while in the school
population
though, they're following the normal class flow or the normal day. The only difference between your daughter and someone who can hear normally is that she has an interpreter.
Yes, and there's 2 students in her class. There's 11 throughout the school. But yes, she's in a regular classroom, has regular instruction. My daughter wears cochlear implants, which helps her hear. And they estimate that she's picking up about 80% by auditory. And then the interpreter for her helps her fill in the 20% gaps.
Did they just cold turkey cut off
the interpreter?
Have they just cut out interpreters altogether?
They can't. That's federally mandated.
No,
They're
I
not
understand.
allowed
That's
to do
what.
that.
But I'm asking why he's calling. Have they been cut out?
Yes, they basically 2 days, from my understanding, 2 days before the school district started their school year, they didn't like the contract situation with the agencies that they were using, so they canceled them. And now they're trying to hire. But now this school started at the beginning of August. We're in the beginning of October. And I keep hearing we're trying. Okay, now this agency is.
Well, what
is
happens to
reviewing
what happens to
contracts.
students unlike your daughter? Your daughter's at least getting some. What happens to profoundly deaf people?
They're just being left behind. There is a teacher or one of their employees in the high school that has brought most of this to all of our attention, and she has it posted on Facebook. She's not hiding, and she's saying these kids are being left behind. They're sitting in classrooms, and they're not being able to understand the instructions that the hearing children are being given. And it came to my attention because my daughter came home one day and told me I didn't finish a test. And I said, what happened? And she says, I didn't understand what to do. I did the best I could, Dad, but I couldn't understand it.
Look, I'd call the department. I'd call the Department of Education, and this is a real reason why they should exist. Not for that BS teacher union crap, but to make sure they're following federal law. I'd reach out for a civil rights complaint to the U.S. Department of Education, and I would not even mess around with it. They are mandatory. They have to have someone in there for deaf kids. Period. Of end of story.
Hey, Brian. Do you have other parents that would get together with you? Because I think there would be strength in numbers if a few parents do what Mark said.
Oh, I think who we have in the Department of Education would love to hear about a Colorado school not following orders. I think you're in a perfect circumstance to reach out to them with or without anybody else.
But do you think they're not filling the position, Brian? Brian, what do you think? I mean, what do you think the real reason is they're not filling the position? Do you think there's some kind of real reason lurking somewhere, or is it just that they haven't found anyone yet?
I think that they decided that they didn't want to deal with the 2 agencies, and from everything that I've read that included emails from the school district, that they had a problem with their liability insurance, potentially workers' comp insurance, which I'm not sure about when they're.
Yeah, but Brian, okay, hold on. We need someone. We need someone to call the school. Just hold on, Brian. I mean, this is, as Mark said, this is ridiculous. It's a flat out federal mandate. We have to take this break, and we'll talk more about it coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
Yeah, we are looking at some pretty light volume on the freeways. Really no slow spots to speak of. I-25 moving great all the way across the city. Coming in from 120th to downtown to Colfax is roughly about 12 minutes. From Colfax South down to the Tech Center is right at 10 minutes. 225 to 10-minute commute out of Aurora, both directions between I-70 and I-25. 15-minute commute to the airport on Pena from I-70 to the terminal. I-76 west from, looks like Highway 85 back into the 270 interchange, roughly 6 minutes. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially easy deal days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your Staples local store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
When you're in an accident with injuries, you need information. Obviously, you can't just hire an attorney right off the bat, but a lot of them expect you to, because when you call, unless you sign up, they really don't talk to you. John Fuller breaks the mold when it comes to personal injury attorneys. He will talk to you on the very first call with no obligation to ever sign up. He'll answer all of your questions about your injury, about your accident, about the passengers, about anything you want. And then if you decide it's a good fit and you want to hire him, you still have that level of communication because you get his personal cell phone. You can call or text at any time. John Fuller, Fuller Law. Find him at referralist.com or call 303-597-4500. That's 303-597-4500.
I got a phone number for this guy.
Good. And this is Cherry Creek, too.
Yep. Denver, right? Isn't that basically Denver?
Well, it's Cherry Creek School District.
I bet they have 15 interpreters sitting there.
They probably cut the position so they could send more money to Dave Logan.
Mark drove my new car. He loved it.
Oh, the big boat?
Yeah. It's so comfortable.
I captained the head of his fleet.
You can't hear the engine running. It's so smooth.
You can balance a quarter on it.
It glides along the road.
Does it have
It's like floating on clouds.
It's a rear wheel drive, right?
Oh yeah.
Although I almost got pulled over.
When did you drive it?
After the show last week, I took it for a quick spin.
Oh,
but I
must
got
have been when I
anybody
didn't
that drives it gets profiled. They thought I was a drug dealer.
Hey, Mark, how was the autopilot on it?
I couldn't find the button.
What is it?
I let go of the wheel and the damn thing ran right into the
Deputy
curb.
D, what kind of car is it, Mark?
Oh, it's a town.
Lincoln.
It's a
It's
beautiful
a
Lincoln
Pitmobile,
town
baby.
car.
It's
got
a Lincoln Town car. Like
not
a
only can you fit,
2004.
you can fit 4 or 5 gals in it. But
you
there's
saw it?
enough room in the trunk to throw a mattress.
Does it have Dimitri's signature scent?
Yes, it's got his signature smell everywhere.
I saw it at Tom's house. They actually let that thing in the gate.
They did?
Wait, you didn't drive it to Tom's, did you?
Yeah, looking like Tom's getting broken into.
Oh my God, the cops are probably out front.
Dude, it's got speed sensitive steering.
What?
Yeah, speed sensitive power steering. It's got power windows.
What does that mean? So it
That was one
stiffens
of
up
the
as you go
biggest-
faster?
No, so when you go faster, the steering wheel requires more strength. Like it provides more resistance to your input.
It stiffens up.
Yeah, it stiffens. And then when you're like leaving a parking spot, I could steer it with my pinky, and I have steered it with
So
my
it
pinky.
literally depends. Oh, wow. So when you're cruising down that highway, it doesn't let just one little movement sway you.
Yeah, you have to use it.
That's a new feature.
Oh man, it's so nice. It's got like what else does it have? Oh, it's got
beautiful.
these 3 buttons
That
in the
radio.
visor that I can use
That
to open my
radio's
garage.
unbelievable. CD
I
player.
can open my garage doors
Show Matt
with a
that
car.
car from the
It's got 3 buttons in the visor. They operate
yeah.
my garage door.
Yeah,
Whoa,
sure.
all cars have that.
They do. Not my 4Runner. I've never seen a car with that. Well,
He
I've never-
thinks that's luxurious because he has buttons built in to open his garage door.
It is such a futuristic car. It's got like,
Futuristic?
Yeah, it's got a tachometer and a speedometer. In the middle, there's a digital
For
display.
him, this is an upgrade, Tom. Come on, he drives the old
Okay, a digital
Toyota,
display of
whatever
what?
it is.
Speed. So
An actual digital display of speed.
Oh, dude,
It's
it's
crazy.
awesome, and it's got like what else?
I can watch Fox News in mine while it drives me to work.
And it's beautiful. It's like glide.
Serve some coffee.
I will say, if you're a pimp, it is the right car for you.
It
Want pimp hand, get
Do you
a
have it
Lincoln
with you
Town
today?
car.
No, I just dropped it off at Sheridan Auto Tech for fluid changes. for maintenance to baseline it.
To get the fluids out of the seats.
That's a great idea, by the way.
I asked him if he had white
What did he
walls
say
on
about
that
it,
thing.
Kevin?
He said no.
Oh, Kevin thinks, I didn't see Kevin today, but we've talked about it a couple of times. He thinks it's a wonderful, wonderful
Oh,
automobile.
he's happy that he bought a 20-year-old car. Kevin, you should have seen
Kevin
what his
Culkin.
fingers were
That's his
doing.
retirement plan now.
20 years old?
It's 18 and a half. It's a 07.
It doesn't feel like it, does it?
Oh, it feels like it just came out of the used car factory.
me.
And it's only got 84,000 miles on it. The little old lady that owned it.
No, come on.
No, it was a 90-year-old lady. She just drove it to church and back.
She
Come on, that's a story.
No, this is what the guy told me.
Stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Mark, you have a number for Brian?
Yeah, I did. Let me give you this. You got to call up and really go through the steps, but it's the U.S. Department of Education, but it's the Office for Civil Rights who handles this. Make sure they know it's Denver, Colorado. You're having a problem with the Denver School District, and I'm really emphasizing that for multiple reasons. 800-421-3481. This is a real deal. 800-421-3481. You got to get moving on that complaint big time. That's a total no-no. I don't know what their excuse is. I don't know why it's not being done, but they're supposed to have someone signing if the people are deaf in the classroom. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Now, here's the thing. Do we have enough money to run this country? I mean, it seems to me like
the feds pay for that, man.
No, I
mean,
know that.
Ultimately, yeah.
But it's not a cookie. I mean, it's not like a fountain that never runs out. I guess what I admire both, but also fear, Trump is a businessman, and we've never really had business.
You're acting like there was funding cut for this. There's not. They're breaking the law, Tom.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm just let me finish what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that they're cutting funding, but funding has to be cut somewhere, somehow. And what I admire about Trump is that even though things might be politically harmful, he seems to do it. And people think, hey, he has no heart or he has no soul. There are cuts being made every day that have to be made. We were artificially funding too much. And
oh my God, we were going broke.
I know. But the problem with that is when people don't know that, they just know what they get. They don't know what it takes to get it. And because of that, they're used to a certain level of government funding or a certain level of services. When we go through some growing pains right now for stuff that should have been done years ago, you're going to hear people jumping on Trump for it. And he's actually in my opinion, being courageous by making business decisions.
Absolutely. And talk about, I just want to stick to this call real quick. So the reason you wouldn't cut funding like this, what do you want? Someone that literally can't learn anything because they're deaf, then they're going to be on the public trough forever because they never learned anything.
Exactly.
So, I mean, this is a good business decision to fund that. But funding illegal aliens, to me, is insane when we have people right here that need help that are citizens. So I just don't understand it. Like I said, and I wasn't joking around, I bet they have translators left and right in this school. We know someone in... Is it Washington? No, it's right here. Where do the Kugel kids live? The grandkids. Where do they live? Denver? Where is it?
Yeah, they're in Denver.
So their school, listen to this. Their school, the second language is English. If they send their kids to the public school there, the second language is English, Tom.
Wow. So, like when you look at the funding being put into immigration, some of it is necessary, but It's for when you have undocumented illegal immigration and you're funding all kinds of programs, you're right. Someone has to go without. And we've seen it in Denver where people are laid off and have no jobs. We're going into the holiday season and we talk about immigrants, but do we ever talk about the American citizens who lost their jobs in the city of Denver because of our moron mayor? I mean,
because of the budget shortfalls. I mean, it's crazy.
Anyway, let's talk to, let's see who was next here. Annette. What's going on with you, Annette?
Well, I'm a homeowner in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I've owned my home since 2003, so near 25 years.
Yeah.
We'll just round up. Last year in the fall, I took in a couple of renters. Bad mistake. They paid rent as requested up until May. In April of 25, my mother passed, so I had been at her hospital and with her and the funeral and all of that. I was at the lowest point of low. I come back and was greeted with a protection order against me. I had to leave my home for 12 days.
Wait a minute.
So. I didn't fight the law.
Wait, are you talking about renters in your own home?
Yes.
Oh, how many
so
renters?
What was the restraining order for? I mean, what was it for? What do they say it's for?
Assault and battery, I believe. It was never proven. I've never been ticketed.
No. Because to get a temporary protection order, you don't have to prove anything. You just get it. But it was never turned into a permanent one, was it, Annette?
No,
Good.
It got dismissed.
Good. And that's what should have happened.
12 days later, I'm out of my house. I've got 2 dogs, whatever the case. So anyhow, I go home, and the renters have now become squatters. They refuse to pay rent. They don't pay any bills. They don't do anything. 40 and 43-year-old men.
Oh, God.
They're independent. They're not
They're
together.
in your personal residence.
That's correct. That I own and pay taxes on. That's correct.
So if they locked you out, you can't walk in there? I mean, what are we talking here?
No.
Hotel?
That problem's over. You can live there, right? Annette.
Out. They boarded up the back door. I cannot get into my house without breaking in.
Wait a minute.
You call the police.
Wait a minute. The protection order was dismissed, but you cannot live in your own home.
You've got that right.
They've actually prevented you. Did they change the locks?
Yes. Which I'm not allowed to do as the homeowner. I can't lock people out, but they can lock me out.
Says who?
The law.
Okay.
No, hold on.
These are the conversations where I just want to hang myself.
Hold on. Listen, as crazy as it sounds, Mark, she might have a point there. Hold on, all right? I'm gonna try to get
our attorney up.
Let's try to get Brad O'Brien on. I think we're going to be very frustrated with what we hear. I think we're going to hear that Annette has to go through a very, very, very long and involved.
They're destroying the house by nailing boards into it. This is a 3-day notice to quit.
Well, okay. What would you do? I'm asking my listeners. If suddenly you have people, boarders in your home that have locked you out and refused to leave, and they're living there free. I mean, who is this in Fort Collins, Annette? Did she say yeah? Okay, let's just take a break. We got more coming right up. This is crazy.
Impact traffic.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
we are looking at some pretty light volume on the freeways. Really no slow spots to speak of. I-25 moving great all the way across the city. Coming in from 120th to downtown to Colfax is roughly about 12 minutes. From Colfax South down to the Tech Center is right at 10 minutes. 225 is a 10-minute commute out of Aurora, both directions between I-70 and I-25. 15-minute commute to the airport on Pena from I-70 to the terminal. I-76 west from, looks like Highway 85 back into the 270 interchange, roughly 6 minutes. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially easy deal days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your Staples local store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
Discount Bath, words you don't normally hear together, but they are true blue discounters, and they do a beautiful job. They want you to put them to the test. If you send them a video of your project and just narrate it, they'll send you a price without stepping into your home. Discountbath.com. Go there and get a link. Then you go and just do a vid. Say, hey, man, I want to move this here. I want to do this. I want to do that. Or go to your master bath, your hallway bath, whatever. And then they send you a price. If you want to talk to them, you can do that too. Discountbath.com. Give them a call, 720-979-2322. Hey, right now is the calm before the cold. Yeah, it's been getting cooler, but man, when it really hits, you want to make sure your furnace is in top-notch condition. That's why you should take advantage of this Fix-It 24/7 $39 extreme clean, tune, and check of your furnace. That's right. Right now, if you've never had it done, you get the $39 special. They'll spend a couple hours dismantling it and cleaning every nook and cranny to add efficiency and life to your furnace. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. Book now.
People in pain.
So, dollar.
God, I get so frustrated with these.
Regular app.
Right.
And you're going to bring a relish tray?
A relish tray.
Oh my God, he's
Yep.
bringing a relish tray
Yeah,
to Thanksgiving.
right.
Mark's never heard of a relish tray. Have you?
No.
Oh.
Oh, really?
No one's ever
must
heard.
be-
Hey, Kelly!
Oh boy,
Thinks Kelly
she's the
has
best
heard of
witness
a
anybody
relish
could get.
Tray. Yes.
So it's a variety of relish.
No, it's like radishes and pickles and
Mark
I
would
don't
know
know, just
that.
what?
Did Red
little
Rocks
those little
change
corn cob
names?
things.
They are changing
I mean,
names,
it's
but
what you
same
use-
owners.
How does
Restaurants
she
use
they're
respond
only-
to those inquiries?
I don't know because it's not done yet.
Yeah, how
They're
does
basically
Kelly-
separating
charcuterie.
their roof
Kind
and their
of.
solar division. That's why
but
they're
there's no
doing
meat on it
Got it.
typically.
So Red Rocks is still going to be Red Rocks. Yeah. They're just separating.
No, they're going to be called Alliance, but I don't know. Once again, I don't know how
You're
it's.
welcome to call Brooke to get clarification.
Oh, yeah.
But okay.
So, Mark, are they going to be red? Are they being Alliance Solar?
Anyway.
Mark?
Relish tray, little onions.
I don't know if Mark's in the middle of.
Okay. What are Suze? Are
Okay.
they changing their name?
Oh yeah. Right.
Red Rocks
My
is.
favorite.
They're like changing their name or they're separating their roof and solar stuff. Mark said it's not done yet. So, but they're going
Yeah.
to be called Alliance.
Alliance Solar?
Are they going to be called Alliance Solar, Mark?
I don't know.
He doesn't know yet.
All
I
right.
guess maybe I should email Brooke and ask.
Well, I guess she should let us know for marketing whatever
Yeah,
we need
for
to
real.
do.
Let me see. Relish trays.
A relish tray is like a nostalgic charcuterie board.
Right.
You know, like,
That's what I said. It reminds me of charcuterie with no meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Olives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like a lot of people forget hearts of palm. They're so good.
huh?
Artichoke hearts.
I love artichoke.
So I'll go to, that, what's the Brazilian joint?
Fogo de chao or something.
So for $20, you can get in there and just do their salad bar,
Right.
Oh,
which has
Oh
all
yeah.
kinds
Okay.
of shit.
yeah.
Meat and shrimp and
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know you could do that.
Yep. Now most of the time I'm there, it's for dinner and I want the full shebang, right? But for
Yeah.
lunch, $20 salad bar, can't beat it.
I'm eating like 1,000-pound roomie at one of those places. It's so good.
Yeah.
Can we
And
get
that's- you
on
gotta be careful 'cause the
our
salad
attorney
bar
or
will
what,
blow
or
up,
do we wait?
and then you don't get all the good meat.
Kachina.
Yeah,
Why
I
you go
got
there
a text out to him.
Okay, we should get him on after the hour. We're ending this hour. I'm going to tell her that.
Yeah,
that
that's
we'll
fine.
we'll go on to Sam and then come back to Annette.
Oh my God, that
Can you imagine, Mark?
Start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
I'm Tom Martino. We're going to go back to Annette after the top of the hour. She has basically 2 boarders in her home that stopped paying rent and have now locked her out. And she says by law, she can't stop or disturb them. And she'll be arrested. Now, people, we're going to unfold this after the top of the hour. Right now, I want to go to Sam. So remember, Annette is on hold. We will be going back to Annette. These situations piss me off so much. I can't even describe the rage I feel when I hear this. They're 40-year-old men sitting on their ass. They knew enough to get a temporary protection order, and then they have since locked her out. What's really going to piss you off is our attorney's going to say, well, she's going to have to go through an entire eviction process, and it's going to take months. And meanwhile, they're trashing her home. I shudder to think what would happen if Mark shows up at his house and there were some boarders in there and they say, sorry, you can't come in. Anyway, Sam, what's going on?
Thank you, Tom. Thank you for taking
Yes,
my
sir.
call. Kind of along these lines, what do you think the possibility would be to challenge these municipalities that go into the trash business and then charge you for not using their services?
Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. So in other words, in other words, Sam, where is this happening?
Arvada, Broomfield, Golden.
But
Lakewood,
what are you calling specifically about your situation?
Well, yeah, in Broomfield, they charge you $10.50 a month.
Are you in Broomfield? Are you in Broomfield?
Yes.
Okay, so you're in Broomfield and you're charged how much a month?
$10.50 for not using their service. I mean, what a business plan. Wow. I mean, I'd love to go into business.
Now, may I ask something? I want to ask something. If you did use the service, I'm not suggesting you have to, but if you did, would the $10.50 a month go up for the service itself, or would you not pay anything?
I'm not sure. I assume it would go up.
What are you paying for your regular trash service right now?
I do my own trash service, so I don't use their trash service.
So you have never had a commercial trash service?
No.
Okay. So have you ever looked at what your neighbors use?
Yeah, the neighbors use the trash service, but I know Arvada, Golden, all these municipalities are going into the trash business, which is a business. And then they charge people, I've got a home in Arvada. They do the same thing.
All right, this is interesting. Hold on, Sam. What about that? Paying for not using a service. We'll explore this and more coming up.
Did Mikey Thomas mention to you, because Steffi's texting me?
This is crazy. What a crazy
going
day.
to see his brother's band on the 16th. Did he mention that to you at all?
No.
Okay. It's actually the same day Stephanie's in for the show, Thursday the 16th.
Okay.
Do you want to go? He's early in the lineup.
Whose band? Whose band is it?
It's Mikey. You know Mikey, our IT guy?
Yeah.
It's his brother.
Cool.
It's heavy metal music stuff, but could be good. Okay, do we have to buy tickets? Do we have to purchase tickets, or do we get backstage for free?
Hey, Mark, I just got a text message from Kelly.
Hold on, let me turn it on. Go ahead.
Mark, I just got a text message from Kelly about Chris and discount baths.
No, well, that's me that you got it from, not
Oh,
Kelly.
Suze. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just so used to Kelly's text
do you
messages.
have our numbers confused? Because I texted you something last week and never heard back from you about it.
I was going to call you about it. I didn't
okay,
want to
do
talk
that.
about it with a bunch of other people in the studio when I
Gotcha.
saw you.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm not familiar with this case because I was in the other room working a couple of others. And do you want me to?
Mark just told me to send you the number, Dimitri. I was just following orders.
Oh, okay.
Are you listening to D?
Yeah.
Okay. You wanted me to send him the discount bath phone number?
Okay, now I got to look because now I have no idea. I got a text from. I'm sorry. Send it to Bo. Bo's working on it. This whole I created this clusterfuck.
It's from Bo. Okay.
Yeah. Bo, she's sending it to you now.
By the way, just to let everybody know, Brad O'Brien is not available until 1:30, so I have them both scheduled to call back at 1:30.
Yeah, I can't go number 2 anymore.
Mark, we would have to buy the tickets. They're $25 a piece. We don't have to buy them today. It's not like they're going to sell out.
Where is it?
It's at the Summit, have you ever been to the Summit for a concert?
Never heard of it. Sounds like a restaurant.
Music Hall?
Yeah, it's down the street from where I live.
Oh, great.
Oh, like how far? Can we park at your house?
I mean, should I be packing? Should I bring my switchblade? What are we talking here?
I'd wear body armor, steel toe shoes, and bring lots of disinfectant wipes.
Not that bad.
Hey, Mark and
It's
Suze,
not like
please
you're
check
going to
your text.
Purdue.
We need to nip this in the bud if we have to. Just please check your text. We got to
texting, checking.
Okay.
Oh.
We just got to figure out what to do. There's something going on.
Yeah, I'll handle it. I'll figure it out.
And for some reason, they're all today. I got.
Yeah, I think it's all the same too, but I don't know.
Okay.
Also, I was able to commandeer the Facebook post from the teacher from Brian's call from Cherry Creek School District about his deaf daughter.
Oh, yeah?
And I emailed that to you all three.
And what was it that you emailed us exactly?
It's somebody that
Facebook post from a teacher.
Oh.
That is kind of rallying the cry to help these kids who are not being taken care of. By the way, I'm very embarrassed to say my kids went to the school.
That explains a lot.
Well, you don't know my kids.
That's true. Our kids went to Ponderosa.
Our daughter passed the bar, Matt.
There's no bullshit in Ponderosa.
I heard that was so
She's
exciting.
swearing in. She'll be official at the end of the month.
What kind of law?
Personal injury. She's working for Dan Kaplis.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
No kidding. Like a killer job.
Wow.
Yes.
Way to hit the ground running. That's awesome.
And I thank us and Pondo.
That's exciting.
If she went to Cherry Creek, she'd be at 7-Eleven.
Verdict judgment
not all
out
that
of Glenwood
far off
Springs
from
there for the caverns for that little girl that died. She worked on that case with him.
I didn't hear about that. No.
Yeah.
$210 million judgment.
Largest judgment verdict or whatever in Colorado.
Wow.
And Dan Kaplis was representing the parents of the 6-year-old that died.
So I wonder, I guess the attorneys get 30% or 40%?
Yeah, but it's on what's collectible. I mean, the insurance, I'm not going to go into numbers here, but it's on what they can do. You got to figure out how much money all these people have after you get the judgment. That can take years.
And then collecting it is another.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hey, John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought she was talking to me.
Yes. Should it just be similar to like last year? Let me email you last year's and then call me back and tell me if it should look like that. Okay, I'm going to try to take this on for Mark, but I might have to involve him. Let me send you last year's real quick, and then you call me back. Sure.
What's up, Marky?
Oh.
There you are.
All right, buddy.
Okay, invoice.
Been a good show.
Look at that.
Oh, it's
I
Hawaii.
guess finally arrived.
It was great, man. I'm ready to go back tomorrow.
He's done.
Ready to move that?
No, I wouldn't move there.
I would if they had hailstorms, man. I'd be all over
They have hurricanes.
I'd get so. What are you going to do? Like, oh, your favorite band's coming, so you got to now carve out 4 days. There's nothing to do there. But relax. I mean,
We were
there's
on the
no.
Big Island.
If you're into concerts,
Out.
sports events, there's nothing.
The stargazing, I'm telling everybody, it was incredible. It's amazing stuff.
Especially when you drop your wallet.
Shut up.
I didn't tell Madeline. I'm gonna let you tell her that story.
Oh, I can't wait. Mark's cursed. Oh, Mark dropped his wallet in the porta potty.
Oh, that's right.
In the Big Island.
What is it with you and shit?
I know.
I know.
Like
4 to 6.
Tuesday at 4, we'll talk about a very successful middle school in Colorado that's all girls. Should we have more same-gender schools? Uniforms in schools? Also, the Supreme Court taking on a Colorado case. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We are here fighting for you when we can, sometimes fighting against you if you're ripping people off. And, you know, I love doing the show and I love helping people. I love it when a plan comes together, as Hannibal used to say with the A-Team. But here's the deal. So many times I leave the show frustrated, especially when we're dealing with a problem that Annette had. You know, Annette's been in her house for years and years. She took in some boarders, just 2 guys renting 2 rooms in their 40s. And they're renting rooms and all of a sudden stop paying rent in May. Then they got a temporary protection order keeping her from coming into her home. That temporary order was dismissed because a temporary order has to be made permanent within days or it falls off. It gets dismissed. And in order to make a temporary protection order permanent, you have to have evidence. And obviously they didn't have any evidence, nor did they have the legal prowess to make the case. So she figures, I'll just go home. But no, contraire, she can't go home because they have locked her out. And she is being told it would be illegal for her to break into her own home and disturb their peace. Now, this is not like I'm making this up for conversation purposes. This is not like it's happening in some third world country. We're talking about Colorado. We're talking about a woman who is now kicked out of her own home. I mean, think about that. I know you're all thinking right now what you would do, but you probably wouldn't because you'd get in trouble.
Well, she should have posted a 10-day notice and got this rolling 30 days ago simply for non-payment, and they wouldn't be there anymore.
Yeah, I want to know how easy it's going to be. We're going to readdress this coming up.
Well, she said for non-payment. Non-payment, according to Brad, is the easiest. That's one of the few reasons you can evict someone fairly quick in Colorado still.
And apparently something with squatters makes it even quicker.
And I'd love to see the lease she had. Is a lease for the entire property or for a room? Is there actually a lease at all?
Yeah, that's what we're going to find out. We're going to revisit
Is it like,
this.
are we going to find out it's an ex-boyfriend that possibly fixed up the house and she hasn't paid him?
There's
there could
two
be
guys.
8 million things.
There's 2 guys, and we will get to the bottom of it. And now we're talking to Sam, and Sam brings up something that really sparked a lot of texts. People are just pissed off about this because they're living in similar situations where the municipalities have gone into the trash business, and that's not, and let me tell you why they're doing it, okay? Why they're doing it, it's like the West out here is Johnny come lately. Back east, every municipality offers trash service. You can't get private trash service. It doesn't exist. So right now, municipalities out here, cities and towns and counties or whatever, a municipality, they decide to go into the trash business. They want times and dates uniform. They want trucks. They don't want trucks from 5 different companies going to 5 different neighborhoods at 5 different times. Which
is understandable, especially during winter with snowplows.
Sure, and it's understandable when you consider that there are so many people. You could have one neighborhood with 4 different trash services. And cities, which are you're the city, you are the city council, so if you live in that city, like Sam lives, I believe, Sam, you're talking about Broomfield. He lives in Broomfield.
Right.
He's being charged $10.50 a month for not using the city's trash service. So the alternative is to use it and to get your money's worth.
Well, technically what you said is their entire argument, which has been upheld. I think it was through a Boulder or Aspen case years ago. But they're not charging what he called an opt-out fee. They're charging a utility fee tied to everybody.
That's exactly right. It's a minimum. It's a minimum monthly charge. It's not an opt-out fee or for not using it. It's not a penalty. If you ask them or their city attorney, they will tell you it's the minimum fee, period. That's all. There's a base fee.
And so Tom, I understand that, but can you go into a business where you charge everybody a minimum fee?
Well, of
it's
course,
called sales tax.
Of course not. You can't. No, excuse me. There can be businesses who have a minimum fee. In other words, all that happens all the time. If you do business at certain plumbing supply houses, certain places, they have a minimum fee. Now, you're not charged the minimum fee if you don't go into the store. But in your case, this is not, Sam, in your case, this is not a store you're walking into. It's a municipality you live in with other citizens. And they have all, in essence, voted to have a minimum utility fee.
It's just like when you get your tax bill for your house. I don't care if you have kids or not. You're going to pay the school district stuff. You have no benefit there. You're forced to pay that fee or that tax. That's
I'm not telling you I like
what
it.
This is.
I'm not, Sam, we're not telling you we like it.
No, it sucks.
No, it does suck. But it's a minimum service fee for trash. They have as Mark said, they have service fees, so to speak, for school districts. They have fees for fire protection. They have fees for everything. But Sam is looking at this as a business. It's not a business. It's a municipality. Municipality, mutually owned by everyone, and therefore they share in the expenses. There was a time to make an argument with city council not to have this. And I imagine some people showed up and they were opposed to it, but it's a minimum fee. And
honestly, what it is a tax. But here's the problem.
Well, yes.
They're not allowed to raise taxes in Colorado. So what Denver and all these municipalities now do, they call it a fee. And
Right.
it has gone through our court systems. It's a shady way of screwing the people.
It's a way of raising taxes without raising taxes.
That's exactly right.
They simply
How far up the court system has this gone?
I think with
If we
the
get
Aspen,
this
I
law,
pulled
then
up
we'll
court
just-
precedent on it. The Colorado Supreme Court upheld a similar fee in Colorado, and that was Colorado Union of Taxpayers versus City of Aspen. Aspen started charging everybody for wastewater services, everybody that lived there, and eventually the court ruled it's constitutional and it is a reasonable fee. Not a tax, because they're not allowed to do that.
Sam, who do
Because
you
it
think
benefits the community.
Sam, in realistic terms, and really, I understand how frustrated you are. We get calls from people like you all the time, and I say, like you, it's like me. I agree with you in spirit. I don't like all of these fees. So here's the deal. I think they should have service fees for people who use a service, but I don't believe they should have minimum fees if you don't use the service, but they're allowed to do it. So if you wanted to take this, you're not going to go beyond the Colorado State Supreme Court. You're never going to go beyond that. The U.S. Supreme Court would never take this. They will never take it. So as far as you're going to go is the Colorado Supreme Court, which has decided on a minimum fee already. But however, if you wanted to do that, to bankroll this to the Colorado Supreme Court, and I'm not trying to be a wise guy, it would be a minimum of about $350,000. I just asked AI. I asked AI what typical fees would be, and to take this from one court to another and get to the Colorado State Supreme Court, you're looking at about $350,000.
Yeah, well, if this is true, and obviously you're saying it is, and the courts have held it up, what we're dealing with is socialism. Just because a municipality goes into a business, they can charge everybody, and you can't do anything about it.
They can charge a minimum. They can charge a minimum fee. Yes, and it's
and
not.
By the way, it has gone to the Supreme Court. The court upheld a New York County ordinance, and of course, like Tom said, everywhere back east is the same way. And someone has sued, same exact thing we're talking about, and it was a 6-3 decision, and it is constitutional. So it's already been there. There is nowhere to complain but to God.
Yeah, and here's the thing. When you say socialism, you make it sound shocking. First and foremost, we have many, 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 many systems in America that are socialist. Many. I mean, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. Our school system is socialism, the way it's funded and run. Our trash service in municipalities, like you're mentioning, our sewer and water system is socialism. It's spread out amongst all people. And so it's not shocking to me when you say
healthcare.
Medicare is socialism, is socialized.
Oh my God, anything you buy through the exchange for healthcare is.
Yeah, being socialized simply means that society shares in the expense and you have no individual choice. Sam, you think this just started, for God's sakes? I mean, how old are you? We have so many things that are socialized in America. Our government isn't, our economy in general isn't, but there are many aspects that are socialized. And that's it. I mean, does that shock you?
I understand, Tom, and the last year I ran for state senate, didn't win.
That's surprising.
But, you got to try. Because one of the things I ran on is these fees. Where do that's taxation without representation.
It absolutely is not. It is absolutely not taxation without representation. The representation is the city council who voted it in. The city council was voted in by the voters. It is absolutely not.
I don't know if I agree with you on that. I mean, really, not Gallagher, but what is it, Tabor. Tabor pretty much says they're not allowed to raise taxes without putting it on a ballot, and their way around it was simply creating a fee. I think it's phony baloney.
Okay, but they created a fee with elected officials. It wasn't a bureaucrat sitting in an office. That is what is taxation without representation. Now, you may not like that they're taxing you and they're calling it a fee, but you can't say it's without representation. You can vote out the city council. They are your representatives. And where you live, you have a council person for your area. Look, I mean, do people don't get involved. I agree with you, Sam. But we have these sayings we say, socialism and taxation without representation, and it is a tax. It is a tax. They call it a fee. And they can rightfully do so according to the Supreme Court. I don't know what else we do. We individually. Go ahead.
I appreciate your explanations and
I agree with your frustration. Look at right now, technically, right now, everything they need funding for right now, the law has been set where municipalities can set fees. The way to stop that is to get rid of the city council that does it. But there will still, here's the thing. You get into office, you think you're going to do something, and then you find out you can't because it's impossible. By the way, have you noticed, Sam? Oh, I have to take a break. I was going to ask you if you noticed the trash service of your neighbors and stuff and how is it working out. But I have to take a break. We have more coming right up.
Medicare season just began, so Integrity Health Advisors can now help you understand the many changes in providers' options and prices for next year.
I have
because of
Integra
some
coming
very
up.
big changes, you should not assume that your Medicare or Advantage plan from this year will meet your needs next year. Integrity Health Advisors will help you find the right plan for your doctors, hospitals, and prescriptions, and they charge you nothing for this personalized assistance. Go to integrityhealthadvisors.com to schedule your free Medicare plan review today. integrityhealthadvisors.com.
While we're on the topic of health insurance help, I want to tell you about Integra Health Insurance. Integra is a company that I actually have used for many, many, many years. Integra Health has helped me. Integra Insurance helps you. They can help you sift through the many, many, many insurance plans out there to find the one right for you, whether on or off the exchange. IntegraInsurance.com is the company I use. They have saved me thousands over the years. There are massive changes every year with open enrollment, and I recommend IntegraInsurance.com. That's IntegraInsurance.com. 303-466-5500. I also recommend that you get your furnace checked out immediately before the extreme cold hits. Fix It 24/7 is truly the only company that does this extreme clean. You hear others saying clean and check, but this is truly the only company I have ever found to do it to the extent they do. 2 hours taking that thing apart, dismantling it, and putting it back together after cleaning every nook and cranny, including the cabinet, and making all the necessary adjustments to add life and efficiency to your furnace. Check them out. FixMyHome.com. Book now.
At the end of July and found out like 2 weeks ago. She was freaking out because, sitting around for 6 or 8 weeks.
Did they tell you how close you made it? Or is it just
It's just pass fail.
No, they give you a score.
You get a score. You gotta be over whatever, and then they give you your score.
Yeah. So, and then her Prince
No,
Charming
thank
there,
you.
he's an attorney as well.
Yeah, because I'm trying to.
She met him
I'm
in law
supposed to
school.
have
He
some
graduated
liquids
year
here.
before her. So he's been practicing in Grand Junction. That's where she lived all summer.
That's right.
To study for the bar. So the firm let him transfer to Denver. So we're having a cozy little life over there.
Power couple.
Right, Creek with 45.
A young power couple.
Yes.
shitload of money.
That's what I call them too. The power couple. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And his mom and her husband came over. We met for the first time, and Mark let them know that their son is out of his league with our daughter. I am like, oh my god!
So they're cleaning his gun.
Nothing like being told, like, you meet your son's girlfriend's parents. Your son is out of his league.
Wow, it's true. I like the kid a lot, but I mean, it is what it is.
Because he's really thrifty, right?
Very thrifty.
Which is good, though.
He was in the Army Reserves up in YO.
He's an attorney.
He's an attorney. Like, yeah, he's out of his league.
None of that changes the fact she was an attorney 3 years earlier than him, and she's way better looking than him.
I would hope so.
Exactly.
And were the parents nice?
They were nice. Mom disagreed. She's like, well, I think they're kind of equal. And I defended her. I was like, yeah, these kids are both great.
And then I explained,
kids.
oh, really? Really? I'm sorry, when did he graduate law school?
You laid out your case. Like Lawyer Mark.
Wine.
Lawyer Mark. Right. Beers.
Yeah.
He let them know in today's world the groom's parents pay for the wedding.
Just go down to the JP and sign the damn paper.
Elvis Chapel.
No, where was this meeting
At our house.
They could probably wait to get the hell out.
And then the boyfriend came back and said, well, that's fine, Mark, but I hope you don't mind seeing your daughter get married on Zoom because I can't afford a wedding.
Blow it on the honeymoon.
Yeah, I love it. 2 attorneys, early 20s, no kids, can't afford something. It is the biggest line of bullshit I ever heard.
They're like doing 10 times better than we
Oh my
were
God,
at that age.
they're a $250,000 a fucking
eating
year.
out of dented
Right.
soup cans, discounted from the grocery
We made like
store.
$8,000 a year back then.
We used to get all three ads. Was Albertsons were here, Safeway, and King Soopers.
And decide where you wanted to
Double
go.
coupon days.
We went to every store. Just okay, this chicken's on sale here, pork tenderloins on sale here.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God, Mark was, yeah.
Yeah.
I was as bad, if not worse, than that.
You were pretty
SpaghettiOs
Oh, yeah.
and ramen.
Yeah, we did coupons.
We'd walk out with like $500 worth of groceries for like $120.
Right.
You had to.
And you still can if you want.
Not as much,
Our
but
daughter
yeah.
is a Trader Joe's Whole Foods.
Oh,
yeah.
She's not working out for $125.
And that I don't know where she got it. Seriously, that is weird.
Yeah. I didn't shop Whole Foods until the last couple of years.
I've never been in one.
I hate Whole Foods.
We go in there for Amazon returns.
Oh, I love it for Amazon returns. So there is a place in life for Whole Foods. You're right.
Hello, thanks for calling Tom Martino.
His mom is battling cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad.
Thanks for calling.
Nice.
She's actually doing it. Appeared to
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. WaterPros.net has the best water systems at the lowest prices. And it's not if you need one, period. Okay? Municipal water, if you're getting the notices about lead and about lead is just one of them, not to mention the microplastics, the water coming out of your tap, truly you can't use. And if you want to buy bottled water, that's filled with plastics. So WaterPros.net, for $1,200, you get all the drinking water you'll ever need with reverse osmosis, the purest, best drinking water there is. That's WaterPros.net, the best prices ever for the best systems. That's just a fact. WaterPros.net, 303-862-5554. Now, let's talk about this squatter thing. I am getting so many texts about what people should do about it. This one, yes, this frustrates us. We'll have our attorney on, but it's only going to be more frustrating. You know, this minimum fee for trash, it's frustrating. You know, what about, you work at a recovery center and you're not being paid anymore and you haven't been paid for months? What about a bank that tells you that your electronic transfer has not shown up and yet the money was taken out of your account? You know, it's a wonder we can do this show and walk away feeling good. I mean, it's sometimes, and there is nowhere else to go. So you come to the show and we do have people behind the scenes working on this stuff. But think about coming home one day and you're locked out of your house and you are not allowed to break in or to unlock or to move to go back into your home. The borders that you have had declared it their own and have locked you out. They've locked you out. You're done. So what areas of the law do you use? Well, there are expedited evictions, we're told, and we'll talk to Brad O'Brien, our real estate attorney, coming up. Somebody else, here are some other suggestions people are making. That you, as the owner of that home, are not obligated to keep the electricity on or the water or the heat or any part of it. So they would contact utilities and have everything turned off. You're not required to keep those on. But then there are other people saying, when I look that up, that you could be in trouble. It would be considered self-help or self-eviction, meaning that you're trying to take matters into your own hands, which is not allowed. So you would have to file. I think one of the quickest things is under the new law, filing for non-payment. But she's got to get this show on the road. Not only that, they're wrecking the home. And here's the real rub. When they leave the house, eventually she gets her home back. There's no one to go after. They're not going to have any money to pay her back. When does something civil become criminal? When should it be criminal? Can't we restore common sense into the law? I mean, the reason things are called civil in this matter is because they don't want landlords taking advantage of people. And so we have laws in place. But then what about when people take advantage of landlords or people, not even landlords, or property owners? I have said this before. You can come home from vacation, and I don't care who you are or how you think it won't happen. You can come home from vacation and be locked out of your home from someone who claims that you rented it to them. You can absolutely be locked out, and there's nothing. And if you try to take matters into your own hands, you can be arrested for it. It can happen. So what do? You live with it. You use the courts.
Yeah, she's got to start the eviction no matter what. You know, they might be allowed to change the locks, but if they didn't, for example, give her a key immediately, then they did break the rules, and an eviction should start. If they haven't paid, the eviction should start.
Now, Jay's got a comment. Go ahead, Jay. What is your comment?
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Got you off speaker there. So, I don't know where this is, but they've got new laws in Colorado where you can have like 1 million people renting your house. If they rented this to, say, 15 extra, say, really aggressive bikers that didn't like people very much, you know, wink, wink.
You know, Jay, I think, you know, someone else has suggested that. And it doesn't sound so far-fetched. You could rent it out and give other people legal rights to have that home, but they'd have to break in. That's the part that gets troubling.
Well, once they have a legal rental agreement, aren't they entitled to a key?
Well, but they've changed the locks. They've locked her out.
Well, you're not allowed to do that.
What do you mean you're not allowed to do that? But they did it.
No lease. Hold on, stop. No, but there's no lease on Earth that allows you to change your locks. So they broke the lease right there.
No, that's not true. Unless the lease actually says you cannot change the locks.
They don't
and
even.
we don't even know if she has a lease. They are allowed to change the locks, but they have to give her a key, like, really quick.
See? So she can get a key. She can get rid of those locks and get her own damn key.
Look.
As a landlord.
She was told she can't gain access to the house. She'd get in trouble without going through. She doesn't even know what her situation is. Here's the point. The point is the laws are not set up for law-abiding people. They're set up for scumbags.
That's why you got to get around them.
Well, of course you do. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
Workarounds. You make a stupid law, I find a workaround. Here's the thing. You're locking me out with no key. I'm the owner of the house. I'm the landlord. You owe me a key.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. I really want you to think about this and not just give a knee-jerk response. If you came home one day and there were two people living in your home saying that you rented it to them and they refused to let you in, what would you do? Be honest here. What would you do?
Well, are you talking people you actually rented it to, or just complete strangers?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about two random strangers that occupy your home and claim that you rented it to them.
I'd kill them.
I would.
Well, you wouldn't kill them, Mark. But what would you do, Jay?
And I would.
Okay, what would you do, Tom? I'd be afraid they're in there. They're going to hurt my children, hurt my wife. They're in my house.
Mark, I don't know. Honest to God, I don't know. I mean, I know we say what we would do, but really think about it. Okay, Jay. Okay.
No knee-jerk reaction.
What would you do?
I would assume that they are threatening me if I come into my house, and therefore I would let them make my day.
Would you pull a gun on them and tell them to get out?
I'd pull a gun on them. If they didn't, I would kill them.
Break time.
Most people would, man.
I really do, too.
Okay.
You can only go so far.
I mean, listen, things have gotten a lot better than they were. I mean, under Biden, there was no law. I mean, everybody, what was happening?
God, no.
Biden and Newsom, my God, in California, people still live in fear. Celebrities live in fear because anybody can squat on their property. That's why they have these giant gates and all of that, because once they squat, they're there for a long time. Hold on, Jay. I'm not Jay. Thank you for your comments, Jay. And I know you say, make my day. You'd walk into your home, there are people there, and you say, oh my God, they're intruders, they're invaders. And I don't know how it would work. I don't know. And I'm not professing to have the answers. In fact, every day things come up on this show that frustrate the living crap out of me. And I think that common sense has gone away lately. It's not like it used to be where it was just common sense. You don't break into someone's house and claim you live there. And if the owner came back, you're in trouble. The police would come and kick your ass out of there. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
Yeah, it's been a real good drive for us. We do have one problem on the turnpike. It's an accident westbound at McCaslin, just west of the Northwest Parkway. Right lane's blocked, and it is backed up in there for about a mile or so. You want to keep to the left. It'll open up from that point heading into Boulder, but the freeway volume is very light out here, with the exception of some construction work, I-70 eastbound. Now from Pena heading out to Colfax, it is jamming with just one lane open. Watch for one crash. Just came in a few minutes ago on Santa Fe northbound at Oxford. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially easy deal days at Staples. Now through October 11th, save up to 40% off over 1,000 products from tech, chairs, luggage, and more. Head to your Staples local store or staples.com to save while supplies last. Staples, that was easy.
When it comes to becoming a landlord, you can't do it alone. Not nowadays. Where are you going to buy it? Where are you going to buy the house? How do you know you're not going to pay too much? How do you know you're not going to be buried in it? How do you know you're going to keep it rented? How do you know you're going to sell it for a decent return? Vestera Turnkey has made it their job to help you become a landlord and make great returns. That's what they do. They research markets around the country to find the best one to buy a rental. Then they help identify the best rentals. Then they help identify the best tenants and management companies and everything in between. They become your nanny. VesteraTurnkey.com, 303-888-3788. Want to be a landlord? Do it the Vestera way. VesteraTurnkey.com, 303-888-3788. Joe Lazara can help you get out of trouble if you were falsely accused, or help you negotiate a deal if you need to. Listen, he's a defense attorney. I'm not going to sit in judgment on what happened to you, but sometimes life isn't perfect, or you may need to refer someone to a defense attorney. Don't shop under pressure. We've done the shopping for you. I know Joe Lazara for 30 years. Flat rate pricing for yours particular charge, whatever it is, upfront flat rate. And he does free initial consultations always to make sure it's a good fit. Lazzara, LazaraLegal.com, 303-429-6200.
Hey, Tommy.
Yes.
If you look at the top of the call screener, you see the different users who are logged on to call screener. What is the blue circle with the puppy that their name is Anonymous Dingo?
I don't know, but we got to get rid of it.
I don't know how to, I can't go in like that so you might have to, but it's just a little odd. We have someone
No, I'm going to get rid of that.
On there like that.
Except here's the thing. It doesn't show up on my, this is really bad because it doesn't show up on anywhere to get rid of it. It doesn't, when I go to my where I share,
bingo,
they're not on there. I mean, in other words, I can't remove it because they don't show up.
Oh, let me see. I know what you're talking about, huh?
Is it just a fun little quirk of the Google Docs?
I don't know.
Could be.
Because it showed up before as like anonymous something else, anonymous chicken, anonymous elephant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's just a Google thing.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't assume that.
Just be a fun little quirk like the Google Doodle.
Tell you right now, Doc should not be an editor of this document. I made him a viewer.
Oh, for sure. So you do have privileges, right?
I just realized it when I went to share like you did, and I can see everything.
So why are we not seeing that share person?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
I could shut down. Okay, look it up. I could shut down everything and start over.
I had like 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's always
you
fun.
Uploaded all yours, right? Yeah, I'll just center those even though they're
We
not
already had issues with that this morning.
Oh wait, I did find it there. Hold on. But it won't let me. It won't let me do anything with it.
Let's see here. Someone's accessing the sheet with a link without being logged into the Google account. Into a Google account. That's all it is. So they're not logged in, but they have access. It's probably Doc or somebody. Now I'm not as concerned.
Yeah, we should shut down. I mean, I should make a brand new link is what I'm saying. Find out how I make a new link to the, I might have to copy.
Yeah.
And I will too. I want to have complete access control to this.
Well, according to Google, it's like if I weren't logged into Google, but I had the sheet in my apps on Google and went on it. That's kind of what it's saying it was. It may not be as big of a concern as I thought.
What are you doing, Princess? What is she doing? Just walk.
I guess that's probably about average.
No, that's pretty high. We're used sometimes in the 90s.
You missed your cue.
80s to 90s.
Dragon, you're missing your cue.
For what? What happened?
He just talked about Princess.
And our share access, thank you, Falco, is anyone with the link. It should be restricted.
Okay.
So maybe we need, do you see that? Maybe we should change it to restricted.
How do I do
wouldn't
that?
change it to, if you look under the users.
I know, I just need, okay.
And then general. But the thing about, don't do troubleshooter.com because we have Dragon, Shannon, Fuller, but it may need to just be restricted.
I'm going to do that right now and see what happens. Hi, Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, we have with us in the studio Mark Szymanski, Genesis TotalExteriors.com. Matt Stanford from Paragon Services, a public adjuster who helps people with insurance claims. Mark Szymanski, I want to ask a question. Have you come across stubborn insurance companies where you know something has been damaged in the storm and they simply refuse to cover it?
Matt and I deal with this on a daily basis.
What are some of the things?
Matt's sitting right next to me laughing. So, yeah, we do. We just had an interior remodel.
Yes.
And this person had the house started on fire, and so we were going through and, putting our house back together, and, just things that were right next to the fire, the boiler that got damaged. They had us repair all the parts, but then it's like, the boiler just needs to be replaced because it's affected by the heat from the fire.
Yeah.
And they just fight nonstop, just keeping up more things and more things for you to keep producing for them to finally say yes.
Do they finally say yes to replace the boiler, or?
No, they never did. It was all the parts that we replaced. That was it.
And how much did they save by replacing all the parts and not?
Yeah, the boiler itself would have been $40,000, and so all the parts came to about $18,000. So,
and you're talking to an adjuster through this,
right? What the crazy part too is, Tom. These people were living in a house, and it was a higher-end home, and so their rental was $7,000 a month. They would argue things with us for a couple $1,000s that, hey, if we got this done, they can move back in, and they would argue it and pay another month's rent. It just didn't make sense.
Hey, Matt, so when it comes, this is a good point. When it comes to repairing or replacing, where do you draw the line? When does it become stupid?
Well, with something like a boiler, I would have an expert, run testing on it and say it's been compromised. When it's something more along the lines of trying to piecemeal together, maybe a water heater or something like that, you got to weigh the cost essentially. So you get to a point where you're like, all right, we're going to replace ABC component that gets to.
Yeah, but how do you demand that it be replaced is what I'm saying, as opposed to piecemealed? How do you demand that of the insurance company if you have a jackass adjuster?
Usually when I run into that situation, I bring in somebody who actually works on whatever component we're looking at. So I can say it all day long, but I'm not a plumber, right? I'm not a technician.
And that
you have somebody that with a reputable company on their letterhead draft a letter saying this is unreasonable to repair, needs replaced.
That is the essence. That is the essence of bad faith, is a legitimate claim that's delayed or denied. What is considered legitimate? They could say, let's just say this boiler. They could say, wait a minute, the boiler's perfectly good and can be repaired. And then you'd have to get an expert to say the opposite, right?
Right. And it comes down to, if they say it's okay and it can be repaired, okay, prove it. Because I guarantee you their adjuster doesn't know anything about a boiler. He's just trying to get this thing paid.
And if they can't prove it, that's considered, what I heard is in Colorado, if you have just one licensed contractor, it could be unreasonably denied if the insurance company does not recognize a licensed contractor.
For the most part, that's true. But like I mentioned earlier in the show today, some contractors, they shoot for the moon with their pricing, and the insurance company is going to push back on that. So that's why it gets a little sticky.
Well, yeah, you need an honest contractor too, not someone that's going to milk it.
Right.
And again, it shouldn't be down to price. It should be down to replacement
Scope.
or repair, and then you go out and find the best price. But at least you get authorization to replace. Listen, if you have any questions on filing claims, insurance or otherwise, or general construction, of course, with Mark Szymanski, he's here, and anything else on your mind, 303 Martino.
Boilers are expensive.
Turn your mic on.
That's why really
Thank you.
The cast iron part of that, there was something wrong with it. It's used to heat.
Yeah, I mean, by nature, it's designed for that. But
it's funny because that was my neighbor across the street. That woman was good. She should go in your industry, but
was it what was your name?
Marissa.
Yeah,
Marissa's
boy,
not
she
good.
was a pistol. Like, you couldn't. You're not gonna get away with anything with her.
I got away with nothing. She sold the house, so I don't have to deal with her anymore.
Is it all fixed up?
All done. One of the last things they fought us on was the double wall exhaust, from the boilers. The B-vent, and they wanted us to clean it, not replace it.
Just to get somebody out there.
And we're talking a $2,000 difference. And so I got the one.
And then, meanwhile, they're paying $7,000 in rent to be away from the home.
Yeah.
So stupid.
We had one. This is just talking to one of our lawyers when we were in a lawsuit, and he said his firm was representing both sides of the table, and because they're different divisions in the insurance company, they didn't care, and they went to court and fought it, and it was millions of dollars. So instead of just settle the damn, but you're paying it no matter what.
That's so bizarre. Yeah, why drag it out?
Right.
The concrete tile roofs are the worst. Those are the ones where they just say, well, we can just find concrete tile and patch in the broken ones. You know, that song and dance.
That went by the office.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Matt, do you know if there's arson involved on a house? Does the insurance company not pay?
They usually will unless they determine that it was the homeowner that started it.
Well, in this case, it was the homeowner.
They're not gonna. They usually won't. No, that's just straight up insurance fraud.
Is that somebody you know?
It's one of my neighbors.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're the husband. Actually, both of them. Both are attorneys, but they were representing that dentist out in Aurora that killed his wife.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. The husband just flipped out and started a fire in his house and was sitting on the front porch when the fire department showed up and said, "Yeah, I did it."
Did the house burn to the ground?
No, but it's still boarded up.
Wow.
I mean, the roof and some of the windows.
I don't think that they would cover that because then you get into motive.
Right.
Talk about losing your poo.
Well, I think he just lost it.
Damn, God bless.
Because there was no way to win that case. In fact, I don't even think the defense called any witnesses.
Yeah, how do you?
It was a weird case.
Yeah, I think an insurance company would look at that and going, well, he would stand to benefit economically by doing that.
Yeah.
There's your motive, or at least part of the motive.
Like, I don't see any trucks over there. I mean, one day I saw some cleanup company there, and that was it.
That's where the big bucks are, the cleanup companies.
Man, that's smoke remediation and stuff. It's huge.
The smoke is nasty.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Marissa, I'm back so many times. No, you missed this little spot. You missed that little spot.
That's tedious stuff, man. Yeah, a lot of these claims I get where the house didn't burn down,
Mhm.
they wish it would have.
Well,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so sick
It's
of
so
trying
bad.
to bring the structure back to life. I wish it would have just leveled, you know.
My neighbor, she started her. She's the one responsible. She put stain rags and threw them in the trash.
Oh, they
That's
combusted.
And they combusted.
Oh my gosh.
So that was her fault, but they paid.
Yeah.
Because it was an accident.
We had a neighbor in Castle Rock. They had a guy staining, like a church friend, staining their deck, and they left the stain rags. He left them out on the deck to go to lunch, and
they lit up
that quick. Yeah,
and
especially
that house,
summer day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. It was scary as all get out.
They start drying out, and they just
nothing to
That
mess
house
with.
went up in flames fast.
Well, a lot of these houses with this vinyl siding, you get that vinyl on fire, man, it just
Doesn't that
burns.
just melt?
It melts, but it starts burning hot and long.
Ugh.
So it just turns into just pile of goo. And just, there it goes.
Stink.
Suze, can Matt Stanford hear me?
He cannot. Do you want me to ask him a question for you?
Yes, please. Can you?
What's that?
Can you ask him when he and Mark can come over to my house? Any day, any time works for me.
Deputy D's wondering when y'all can get to his house. Anytime, any day works for him.
Tomorrow, around between noon and 1.
Tomorrow between noon and 1, does that work for you?
Absolutely, that totally works for me. I'll be ready.
Promo on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So in threatening bad faith, does it move mountains? Do they take that seriously? I was told that, again, the burden of proof is not much to make a legitimate claim. It simply has to be assessed by a licensed contractor in the area of expertise or in the area of damage. And then the insurance company really has no choice. And I think insurance companies push when they don't think people know this. And I think you probably have found this, Matt, haven't you? Have you found sometimes just your mere presence, when you start talking to them, they might think, they might change their tune, and meanwhile the homeowner has been fighting for something for a long time?
Yeah, usually when I get involved, they tend, so a lot of times they'll reassign the claim to a completely new adjuster. And I think that their strategy behind that is they want a fresh perspective, and they know that beyond myself is likely an attorney on speed dial. So they try to, play fair. In most cases, I notice that. Now, sometimes an insurance company just doesn't care. I threaten, okay, well, let's negotiate this, and if not, I'm going to get my attorney involved, and they go, okay, cool, bring it. And those are typically the big boys, right? Like State Farm, Allstate. Some of the more boutique insurance companies are a little bit easier to massage, right? Like the Hartford, Chubb, Amica, Acuity. Those are my favorites, and they're a lot easier to deal with.
Someone just texted me, what exactly is bad faith and how do they start it? And do they have to go through a process first? The answer is yes, there is a process, and we will explain that from the base up. You should not be denied legit claims, and we'll tell you why and how to tackle that coming up.
It's Medicare.
What is wrong with her, do you think, today?
Oh, nothing. That's just how cats are. She's just looking for attention.
Hey, send me whichever one you were talking about. Look at your text.
Oh, listen to that little kitty.
That's.
Oh, I thought that was Tom's princess.
Okay, Mark, I'll send you someone who says that they're incomplete and they can't get in touch. They can't get a return call. Let me just find it real quick here. Damn it, where is it? There it is. I don't have a name. I just have the number from the text.
Yeah, that's not going to help me.
What, the number won't help you?
What am I supposed to ask? Hey, do you know anybody with
No,
this
they
phone
might
number?
have they might have a number on file. Depending on their CRM, they might be able to search by phone number.
Just
who do you?
Okay, let me ask for his name, and let me ask for. Can I have your name? Let me just be fine. Can I have your name? Okay, good. I'm gonna. I don't know why I didn't do that from the beginning. Hold on.
You have a State Farm for your Winter Park house, too?
Do you realize? Honest to God.
That's a little scary.
We're under contract, so inspections.
I bet it's Peter.
I'm going to Google the phone number.
As long as I get through that, we'll be all right. Yeah. We go over that hurdle. I gutted the whole house. I don't know what they could come up with. So.
How long did that flip take?
It took me 10 weeks, but it's been sitting for 4 months now.
That's pretty quick, actually, for a full gut.
Oh, it was very quick. The neighbor next door, he flips houses too. So he's got 3 of them going on. He goes, how long? I said 3 months. He goes, yeah, it'll take you a year.
Yeah. And then you nailed it. Do you know Brian? Window guy?
Yeah. He was standing there. He goes, you don't know Shemansky.
Yeah.
He goes, he's gonna
put his best guys on it. Yeah, I like Brian. He's cool.
Yeah, he's waiting to get started on the windows for Dave. We're gonna start a deck this week, but I said we might have to take a day off here and there just to go put windows in.
Yeah.
That's fine, just let me know.
Does he does other stuff too?
Yeah. He's with another guy, Marc now. Marc can do about anything, but Marc's slow.
Yeah. It's not ever fun dragging jobs out. But normally the slower guys do quality work.
His work is quality, which is nice.
New place opened up in Parker called the Sportsbook Bar and Grill.
There's
pictures of it.
I wonder if they're affiliated with like FanDuel or somebody.
Shit ton of TVs for games. Shit ton of tabs.
One on Arapahoe Road?
No, it says 18951 Main Street.
In Parker?
The
I think there's a
Sportsbook Bar and Grill.
Yeah. I think they opened one there too.
Oh, there's one.
Sure, my cup is on there. Thank you.
Yeah.
By Downhill Brewing on Arapahoe and 25.
Yeah.
That's the Sportsbook Bar and Grill.
Yeah, on the south side of the street.
Yeah, no, I know it's right next to.
Yeah, right.
Next to the brewery.
I know.
That's all I know.
Right, it's kind of that same shopping center.
I do. And if I don't know about it, if I don't know if the town has a brewery, I'm researching that. Oh, you're right. Okay, Highlands Ranch. What? I'm not seeing the Parker location.
I think it's new.
Yeah. Oh, here, Parker. You're right. It is the same folks, Mark, as the Sportsbook Bar and Grill next to the brewery at Arapahoe and 25. We went in there maybe once.
They had a fire and then they just reopened.
Downhill Brewing
4 months
Arapahoe
ago.
and 25. We've been there with Mark and Matt and Dollar. There's that
Mm-hmm.
Sportsbook Bar and Grill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they have multiple locations. It's them.
They've changed names over the years a lot, actually.
So that's some kind of chain.
I guess.
I thought they were locally owned. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
stuff opening in the Springs now. It's just crazy.
In the Springs?
Yeah, on the north side, like Interquest.
You got so much there. We like that Perry's Pizza there.
Perry's is great.
That tap.
Yeah.
There's like 100 taps.
They are loaded.
It's crazy.
There's a new concert venue down there.
Oh yeah, I know. We've been
Ford,
wanting to go see the
Ford Amphitheater.
Ford Amphitheater.
It's badass.
Have you seen a concert there?
Saw 311 there.
Oh, how was it?
Awesome.
The whole thing was just good.
Yeah, they've got in the middle section. There's like fire pits you can sit
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Really cool.
We almost bought a suite there for the season or whatever.
Yeah.
Ford Amphitheater. He was playing. I kind of wanted to see Weird Al there.
Oh, that would have been
Friends.
fun. That's already come and gone.
It has, but it was near our anniversary. We were going to be out of town, so it didn't work out.
That would have been hilarious, though.
Let's see. Are there any other shows in this moment? Oh no, that's October 12th.
Probably winding down because it's going to get colder.
Yeah. You notice Red Rocks is putting concerts on later and later in the year.
Yeah, no thanks.
And it used to be like kind of that first week of October was the cutoff. Now they're getting into deep.
I don't want to go there and freeze my ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tom Petty, his last two concerts, it was a snowstorm there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right before he passed.
Yeah. 2017.
I was going to take him away from them. It went $400 to see him and sit in the snow. No.
And they had that nasty hailstorm.
That was crazy.
People were going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Red Rocks. That's a cool venue.
Yeah, it is awesome. The Gorge is cool in Washington.
Oh, you've told me about this place. Like if I ever get up that way, I'll have to check it out.
So cool.
Cooler than Red Rocks?
Right up there. I'd give it a tie, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw Dave Matthews.
Colorado, and legendary 38 Special co-founder and frontman Don Barnes on the band's first album in 21 years, Milestone, Tuesday on Ryan Schuling Live.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law. If you're looking for a will or a trust or some kind of other estate planning tool, like a beneficiary's deed or a combination of the three, you can go to McKenzie Law. Dan McKenzie and his team can help you in all aspects of estate planning. 833-CO plans. 833-CO plans. That's Dan McKenzie. McKenzie, McKenzie, McKenzie Law. And that's coplans.co. coplans.co. What is going on in your mind? Today, and what do you have? I have some text here from people who say they believe they're the victim of bad faith, but they've never heard the term before and they don't know how to use it. One has a roof that has to be replaced, and as part of it, the roofer noticed bad decking. And Mark Szymanski can explain what decking is, the wood underneath, right? And they say your decking needs to be replaced, but the insurance company is saying, while you might have storm damage to the roof, the decking is due to old age. God, how would you make a distinction there when the storm brings out something? Okay, wow, you need a roof. But now when you get into it, you find you have an aging decking, or was it destroyed, or was it made bad by the storm? Guys?
I tell you, that's a tough one, because most likely the reason for the bad decking is poor ventilation. That's the number one cause of bad decking underneath your shingles. And so if they had bad ventilation, then all of a sudden you tear the shingles off and you see it's really soft, and it's like, okay, now we got a layer on top of this, and hey, Mr. Insurance Company, will you pay for this? I don't know
it's not going to happen in most cases.
Oh, really?
No.
And they would be justified in turning it down, is what you guys are saying.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times where the hail really was big enough and dense enough that it damaged the decking under the shingles, but that's so rare. There was actually, if you remember the Cheyenne Mountain storm, 5-6 years ago, grapefruit size hail went all the way through into people's living room.
Golly, that would scare the living hell out of me. Could you imagine?
How do you run from it? You know, so that's just so rare. So back to the decking thing. There is such thing as plank decking, which was used in the mid 1900s and before. If you have plank decking, the insurance company will replace it with new decking if it's got I think, what is it, a 1/4-inch gap?
So yeah, we need at least more than a 1/4-inch gap in the quarter, in the planking, and then we just lay on top of it. Yeah, we don't pull it off. We just lay on top of it, and you put your shingles on top of that.
All right. Someone said they have a deck, and during a hailstorm and associated winds, that their roof was destroyed, and a contractor mentioned their deck, the decking on their deck is really scarred and needs to be replaced. The adjuster said this is structurally fine, sand it and paint it. Mark Szymanski, what about that?
We've ran into this before where the insurance company actually paid us to sand the deck down, and then it got to the point where now you're all of a sudden you're dealing with the structural capabilities of the deck because you're standing it so far down, plus all your screw heads are sticking up.
Right.
And so it's not worth it. And so then they ended up paying us to replace the deck boards. This is back before I knew you, Matt.
In this case, they're not moving. They're saying, no, you sand it down. And they're even saying you may have to unscrew it. After you sand it down, you may have to put new screws in. I mean, this gets to be labor intensive. At what point, Matt, do you say this is ridiculous and could it be bad faith? In other words, is paying a partial claim bad faith, or is it when you deny the whole claim? I understand that if you pay part of a claim and you've unreasonably denied the full claim, that also can be bad faith.
Yes, that would qualify too. And I'm putting my attorney hat on now, obviously not offering legal advice, but when I do make a call to the attorneys I work with, I say, hey, I've got this claim, they underpaid it, and that's all they need to know, that they underpaid it or unreasonably denied it. And if they underpaid it, we need to know what they should have paid, which comes from a contractor.
Okay, or they delayed it too. Delaying could be a tactic.
Yes.
Now, so bad faith is bad. Somebody wants to know about bad faith. Is it a claim you can make with cars as well? The answer is yes. Any insurance contract can have bad faith. Bad faith is basically where you have a contract and an agreement. You know you have a contract and an agreement, and you knowingly are delaying or knowingly denying something that should otherwise be covered. It's not like you have a real legit, you don't have a legit reason for it. That's why it's bad faith. In other words, good faith would be, what do we use here? Do we have to replace the entire roof or just half of the roof? That could be just that's good faith, meaning we're not sure. Bad faith would be, we're not even sure you have any damage at all. Would you say that, Mark, something like that? Because there are legit times when you have to prove your case or you negotiate with the insurance company. Then there are other times they're unreasonable. The law says they have to be unreasonably denied or delayed.
Well, it's funny because I think of Siri, because Siri was a caller that we had on here months ago, and Matt and I both worked on it. And I walked it first with adjuster, and it was just ridiculous what he was saying. Nope. And then, okay, come on, Matt, you got involved in this one because you get to say things I can't say.
Right.
Yeah, and I think ultimately that one, they never did acknowledge the damage, did they?
Right, they paid for half.
Well, and so here's what they're doing now, Tom, is they're using these storm dates to manipulate the thing too. So they'll say, all right, well, this happened. The hail on this roof looks like it was 2-inch hail. We don't see any record of 2-inch hail within the last year. Mm-hmm. Therefore, not covered.
Right,
So-
because you only have a year to file a claim. So they might
Right.
look at a roof and say, well, we'll cover some of the damage because it was recent, but there's some damage on there from previous storms.
Right. That happened with Surrey. And so, yeah, she had some big damage, but then there was a storm that was a year and a half old for a 3/4-inch hail, and they say, well, we're not finding those hits. So it was a weird
And
one
how
for sure.
how do you set the date of loss? That is what someone else asked. How do you know? You know you have damage, but how do you know the date of loss?
There's records that we can go back to. There's companies that actually keep this data for us, and we just
So you
we put in the
actually
address.
have data that a certain neighborhood was hit by hail.
Yeah, you put in an address and it tells you the last time there was hail and how big it was, and
Really?
yes.
And so then and that can work against you too, right? For example, if
'Cause
there was
we've had one in Conifer, 3-year-old hail. It was bad. The house is beat up and stuff, but they never called in a claim. And I mean, they approved it and then they denied it.
Right. And so
That's
that
why it's
storm day-
important, guys. Isn't it important, Mark, if there is a storm or you think there was a storm that could have hurt you or you even feel like you could have been impacted, you at least get it checked. You never call your insurance company first, right?
Right. Yeah, you can call Matt or Genesis, whichever one first, and then we'll go out and do an inspection and let you know if you should call a claim. Do not call the insurance company first.
Right. So what you do, because if you call an insurance company, whether they pay or not, they count it against you. Just the mere fact you're inquiring about it counts against your clue report, and you become known as a higher risk. Trust me, that's true. By the way, One Clear Choice Garage Doors, the most wonderful garage door company, open 24/7 for emergencies, like if you can't get your garage door closed or open in the middle of the night or you can't secure your home, if you have a broken spring, you can't get out for work. Anyway, they also have regular garage door service, and all of their services are on their website, oneclearchoicedoors.com. They're wonderful people, oneclearchoicedoors.com. And a lot of these companies are not what they're cracked up to be. They're not authorized by the factory. They're not legit. And they just freelance. One Clear Choice Doors has they're factory authorized for most stores and for the openers. 720-370-3987, oneclearchoicedoors.com.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms do apply.
Sheridan Auto Tech is an honest, value-minded, ethical facility for your car. You know what? You really want Sheridan Auto Tech for pre-buy inspections for used cars or just normal maintenance and repairs. Even if you have a newer car, they can handle it all, and they keep impeccable records. Sheridan Auto Tech on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. A beautiful facility, plenty of parking, many bays. They can get you in and out for most major repairs. 303-455-7242. You can trust Uncle Kevin and his team to treat you like family. 303-455-7242. Even electrical issues. SheridanAutotech.com. Hey, do you want countertops? I'll bet you we're pushing it, but you can probably have them before Thanksgiving or at least get them quickly. Here's what happens. You call for a price that they give you on the phone. No other company does that. The Art of Granite does that because they know they can beat almost anybody's price, and they have great value. They do granite or any natural stone or any man-made material. Get your price, and then they come out and template and measure. And then 3 weeks after that, you have new countertops. Tear out and haul away is always included free of charge. 303-386-5919. Get your price. 303-386-5919. Solar is alive and well for commercial systems. Red Rocks Roof and Solar, they're going commercial, meaning they can help you get a commercial system. Whether you have a home-based business, an agribusiness, you're a landlord, maybe you have a strip mall, a duplex, whatever it is. If you are commercial, you'll get a commercial system, and they can show you how to get it paid for by the government, or at least mostly paid for. They can even help you and show you how to sell power back to the grid or to retail customers for a profit. 303-704-2449. Let solar work for you and pay for all of your electrical needs. 303-704-2449. RedRocksRS.com.
Everyone.
And solar, same thing. So we're going to be doing both. She has not gone back to me about the library if she wants to use them.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you. Thank you so much.
So some good trees.
Yeah.
Is that your camper?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have the same one that we saw?
The little jelly bean.
That's a good name for a jelly bean.
Yep. That's all I need. A shower, kitchen.
So Madeline and I are talking. We're talking about buying one.
Buying what, Mark?
An RV of some sort.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Motorhome or pull
I
behind?
think it'd be one that would drive.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Nothing like the.
Well, yeah, you could get a Prevost for about $650,000.
Yes, you know, nothing like.
No, you won't touch a Prevo for $650.
Freedom Elite, I think, is one. It's about $110,000, but you know, everything you need, motor.
My God.
You know, for a
Jeans
couple.
are so uncomfortable.
We're starting.
Matt,
They're fun.
can Matt hear me?
No, nobody's got their headphones on.
Oh, great, great. Just great. I feel great.
I'll
Just
go. Really?
I'll go, Tom.
Interesting.
They forgot.
Oh, I guess, the more I think about it, you're right. Coming out of COVID, there was a lot of problems with campers. Like a lot.
And then you got to think
Are
about
they-
pulling a car behind it too.
Yeah.
Right. See, we.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Oh, no. We were just, he was talking about used
it's on break.
Prevos. You can't get a used Prevo for $650. You get a piece of shit.
You have to go offline, Mark. I know Matt can't hear you.
Oh, Matt can't hear me.
Offline.
I was talking to Matt.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Matt has a little jelly bean camper. It's cute.
Should be able to hear you.
Ugh.
How is Fonny adjusting to AZ?
He loves it.
Does he? That's cool.
Yeah, he came home for homecoming, and he was just home for the weekend. I had breakfast with him on Sunday.
What do you mean for homecoming? Does he have a girlfriend or something?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. That was nice.
You gonna be a grandpa soon?
Yeah, right. God damn you. No more than you'd be.
Wait,
We
I'm
got
the youngest
rules in
person
our
here, and
house.
I am a grandparent.
Our kids will not have sex until they're married, damn it. I drew the line.
Wait, I don't know how old Matt is.
Yeah, I don't know how
Guess
old
we're
that
roughly
is,
the
Travis.
You mean
Our
Bradley?
kid's like, I'm not getting married
Bradley
before I'm 30. I'm not having kids before I'm 30.
Yeah, they're totally.
Like, where he got
Nowadays,
this
that's
from,
pretty common.
it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
he just knows that. Oh, all right, he's 25. Like, well, I'm like, clearly you haven't fallen in love.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Someone said, Tom, that guy talking about socialism doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. You don't know what the hell you're talking about when you're talking about communism. So let's just clear that up. And I looked it up, so I mean, it's no secret. I'm not taking this out of my head. Communism is basically where the government controls all means of production, period. Factories, and they own all the land, and it's all owned collectively by the government, which is presumably the people, but many times it's the political party that's in control. And it seems a lot like it's not commonly owned. But supposedly the ownership and wealth is shared equally amongst people. But a lot of people in communist systems say it's basically the oligarchs and the party leaders that benefit. That's that's what communism is and how people criticize it. Socialism is all private ownership and markets, but the government controls them and also owns big parts of the free market sector, like healthcare, energy, medicine. That would be socialized. They have some private ownership, but even in private ownership, the means of or the prices and all of the distribution and everything is again controlled by the government. Fascism is basically authoritative, very dependent on a personality, and they have a nationalist authoritative system and basically control every aspect of life. There is no private ownership, and they just control everything. And of course, we've always heard people calling Trump, a fascist. He's saying he's a fascist. He's a dictator. And that's where you get dictators, is under fascism. Under communism, they're not really a dictator. They're a party leader. And it looks a lot like a dictator, though. And in socialism, it sounds more friendly. Socialism is where America, if you had to pick a system, is where America leans in common ownership of key aspects or common distribution of like Medicare. Okay, that's a socialized system, whether you like it or not. It is, and there are different kinds of systems, but it's a capitalistic society in general. Now, just so we know, we're not having a political discussion, but some guy had mentioned he didn't like the minimum service fee being charged by Broomfield for trash pickup, and he said he didn't use it, so he said it was socialized. That's why that discussion happened. Roy, you want to talk about your roof? Go ahead, Roy. We got the experts in. Time to do it.
Yes, sir. So approximately a year ago, we got damage on a roof from wind and hail, and we filed our claim, and we had a estimator for doing roofs come up from out of Denver, and you can tell he didn't have enough experience really, because he went right along with the adjuster in saying that, oh yeah, there's just not enough damage. You can't prove that there's enough damage from the storm and everything. And I've got missing tiles, and since then I've had two different contractors come out and look at my roof, and they all agree the fact that there's damage and that this hail damage is enough to get the repair or actually replacement done on both my house and my garage or shop. And they will not send the adjuster out again.
Roy, I want to ask you a question or two. On the first time around, this inexperienced roofer, did the insurance agree to any repairs at all?
Negative. Nope.
None. They said there's not enough damage or no damage.
They said there's not enough damage.
Well, not enough damage. I don't even know what that means. Not enough damage. But they said there was some damage.
Yes, sir. And like I said, I'm missing tiles, and I'm missing.
Okay, Roy. If there was some damage, why didn't they pay some money? Why would they say they're not going to pay anything?
Exactly.
Exactly. Did you ask him that? Did you say, wait a minute, even if there's only a little damage, are you going to pay for a little damage?
Tom, we've been in contact with their insurance so many times, just trying to get them.
Do you have the denial letter that could help?
A denial letter?
Do you have one?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I do at home.
And, what's your deductible? Do you know how high your deductible is?
Oh man, I want to say it's like $2,500, $1,500, something like that.
Okay, so they're probably saying your damage doesn't amount to the deductible. But here's my bigger question, and I think it's Roy's question, and this is for Matt. Matt, if you had the adjuster come out and you didn't like what you heard, you can have it reevaluated. Don't you have a certain time frame? He put in a claim. It's alive. Doesn't he? When did the adjuster come out, Roy?
When did they come out? You broke up. Say that again.
When did the adjuster come out? When did this happen?
This happened last summer, or I'm not quite sure what the exact date is, but it was last year. And
you might have waited too long. Well, listen, once he puts in a claim, Matt, does it go away in a year or what? What happens?
Yeah, it'll go inactive, or they'll close the claim.
But can he reactivate it as long as he contacted them within the first year? Can he reactivate it?
Yes. The clock usually starts when they offered their determination. So whatever date is on their denial letter or their estimate, whatever they put together, the clock starts there. So
the clock for how long? The clock for how long?
For a year. And then beyond that, it might be beneficial to just file a newer claim with a newer storm in this situation. We just have to see the dates. We need, if you could send over
Roy, if you can get your
paperwork.
denial letter, it's going to be key, okay?
Okay.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah, the problem is they just will not come back out. They will not come back out.
Roy, it might be beyond the statute of limitations, and they know it. That's why. So we need to see.
It's not.
But wait.
No,
If they deny it, why would they come back out? Isn't now the ball's in your court? How do you, once they say we're not going to do anything, what do they have to come out every week and tell you again?
Yeah, I mean, usually in this circumstance, I would get photos and an estimate put together, send it over to the insurance company and say, you got this wrong. We want this reevaluated.
Yeah, but I want to go over those. I want to go over those timelines in a second. So people are getting confused. Some guy said, I thought you only had a year from date of loss. That's to repair. That's to file the claim. But there are other deadlines to reopen stuff. Hold on, and we'll go after that and more. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255. Can Mark take these?
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW.
Dragon. Can Mark take these?
Radio.
Just got up and left.
Radio and podcasts.
Well,
now,
Please don't try and track him down, but we've only got about 30 seconds.
Shoulder of the connector ramp from eastbound I-70 to eastbound I-76. I do see some minor slowing in that area. The rest of I-70 in decent shape. You have some construction slowing westbound I-70 just past
All right, go. Mark's coming back. Go.
25 traffic moving really well between Thornton and Castle Rock, either direction, with no accidents reported. I'm Chris McLaughlin with traffic.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz Podcast.
I'm Ben Ferguson. And I'm Ted Cruz. 3 times a week we do our podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz.
We're nationwide. We have millions of listeners.
We bring you behind the scenes, inside the White House, the Senate, the Supreme Court.
So download Verdict with Ted Cruz now, wherever you get your podcasts.
I love our Great Western building. We did a 50 by 30 to house our motorhome and then some other stuff, toys basically. But man, 100% steel. These guys have a manufacturing facility right here in Colorado. It's like a 10-acre site. Everything is built right there. No brokers, no middlemen. You're going to get the best price. 100% American steel. Lifetime structural warranty. Galvanized secondary framing. And their crews are absolutely wonderful. control. They do everything in-house. You're going to love these guys. You're going to love their product. And I don't care what size you're looking for. I don't care if you're building, an NFL freaking practice facility or if you're building a carport. These guys have the kit for you. And once again, they're trustworthy. They're right here in Colorado, family-owned and operated. GreatWesternBuildings.com. GreatWesternBuildings.com. Drop the Troubleshooter team's name. Get a discount on new buildings. 303-495-5701. GreatWesternBuildings.com. John Fuller Law. Talk about bringing the gusto. This guy, both times we hired him, he's a personal injury attorney. Both times Suzanne and I engaged with him. He got us every penny the outfall driver had in insurance. You couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Period. End of story. Any question we had during the case, you get his cell phone number. You call him up, you ask. He's got a great team. But let me tell you something. This guy is always there to talk to when you want to talk to the attorney. You know, he's smaller by design to serve the clients better. Write this number down, 303-597-4500. If you have any questions after an auto accident, or maybe you've already been in one and you have questions right now, please, 303-597-4500. Talk to him for free, nothing to lose, free legal advice, or go to callfuller.com.
Hey, Paul, hang on for me, and we'll be right with you, okay?
Wait
hang
3.5 hours to piss. What happened? What did I miss?
Tom's just not feeling well.
Deputy Bo?
That's Deputy D.
Oh, Deputy D. Oh, okay.
Not having any luck with this. Oh, I hate it when this happens.
Who are we talking to? I was sidetracked. Roy?
Yeah, Roy with his roof.
That's the one with the decline.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have the letter.
Oh, he's going to look for it.
I mean, if they're saying not enough damage, that doesn't sound like a denial letter.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a denial either. Not enough damage. What the fuck does that even mean, not enough?
Square.
Yeah.
And they have to have like at least 8 or 10 hail.
Yeah, but then if that's in the letter, then there's at least an argument of getting somebody else out there to prove them wrong, right? Doesn't that open up the appraisal?
Yeah, I mean, if they acknowledge any kind of damage,
exactly,
it opens the door for that.
So that's why that denial, even in the denial letter, I mean, they're not going to have a denial letter that says, well, you only had half a square damage.
It's just going to say we don't see storm damage.
Yeah,
here.
okay, exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like Tom's back.
Yeah, I am. Damn it, I am. I'm not going to let this fucking shit get me down. I'm sorry, I'm stubborn. I'm sorry.
This YouTube stuff's so creepy. Everybody's watching everybody. They're watching you watch it.
They're
and I look and see, okay.
They're watching
what's
you
the delay?
Watch it.
Did they see me pick my nose?
You gotta be a really you gotta be a fucking crazy person. A fucking crazy person. People, more and more people,
137.
They're having romantic relationships with AI. I mean, how fucking stupid can you be? Jesus Christ.
What's the difference between that and watching porn by yourself?
Because you don't talk to the video. Hello, baby. What are you doing today? Oh, yeah. Yes, baby.
Hey, Alexa, what are you wearing?
God almighty. I mean, we got some crazy-ass people in this fucking world. Here's the problem. They're no crazier than they used to be. It's just that now we know about them.
Oh, I disagree. They've been indoctrinated now.
On being crazy?
Yeah. How many kids did you grow up with that were boys that wanted to be a girl? I didn't grow up with one. But when you have a teacher telling you that's how you should feel every day, all of a sudden you create a pool of crazies.
As long as
There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. You're right. It's in the realm of possibility, and it becomes now an option.
You can convince a 5-year-old anything. It doesn't even matter what it is. You tell a 5-year-old, oh, you don't want to play with G.I. Joe. Barbie dolls are a lot better.
Leaf.com. Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, so I want to ask Matt something. This is really important. So you have 1 year from the date of loss to file a claim. Once you file that claim, you don't have to keep it within the year if you protest it or fight it or the appraisal process or you want to get you involved. How much time after they come out and look at it do you have?
You have 2 years to dispute a determination.
Okay. So 1 year to file a claim and then 2 years from the date of denial.
Correct.
Or under determination or something. I mean, it could be that they undervalued it, but whatever determination they made, you have 2 years from that date.
Correct.
Thank you for clearing that up. People were getting very confused. They thought that they had to hurry up and get everything done within the first year of past the loss. It isn't. The date of loss is the hailstorm. You file the claim, and when the insurance company comes back with a determination, which you must demand in writing, when you or email, whatever, when you get a determination, you have 2 years from that date. So, Roy, are you within the 2 years of determination?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you ought to contact Matt Stanford and find out what you can do about it. Because if you have damage and they denied it, you can get some coverage.
Okay. What's his number?
We'll give that out. Here it is, actually. 719-726-0020.
Hey, and I wanted to bring something up. So once someone gets a denial, the denial, Matt, basically says there's no storm damage in an example like this. I have never heard of a denial letter or a denial saying you don't have enough damage. That's not a denial.
Yeah, they're not going to say, oh, you have a little bit of hail, but not enough.
I've never heard of anything like that, and here's why. Because the second they say you have storm damage, even if it's $1 and your deductible's $5,000. Soon as they acknowledge here was storm damage, you have a claim. Now you can sit down and go to appraisal, and you bring in your people, they bring in their people,
right. Mark,
and determine the actual damage.
I think when he said there's not enough damage, I think that was his interpretation of things. I agree with you. I don't think the insurance company would ever say that. Paul, you have a question. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, I saw some shingles on the internet. I was wondering if you guys have heard of it and what you think. It's called Euro Shield. It's like a rubber shingle. They make out like it's virtually hail-proof.
Well, it is virtually hail-proof. EuroShield is a good product. Mark Szymanski, can you speak to EuroShield or things like EuroShield?
Yeah, there's some products out there that are hail-proof. In fact, there's one made here in Colorado called Sea-Door. So if you want to support local people, it's a plastic kind of polymer shingle. It is hail-proof. And it's fireproof too. And it looks like a shake shingle. It does not look like a regular shingle you see on a roof, but it's more like a shake shingle.
How do you spell Sea-Door?
Cedur.
And okay. And how do you like EuroShield?
I mean, we have not installed EuroShield ourselves, so I cannot speak to that itself.
I've seen it installed. It is unbelievable the impact it will take and not be even marked. Not even marked. But it's quite expensive, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I mean, I know Sudor is the top of the market, too. I mean, you're looking around $1,200, $1,400 a square, so it is expensive.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sudor online. It's a beautiful roof. Beautiful.
They are.
And where is it made?
It's made right on I-70, right near the 225 and 70 intersection. That's where their plant is.
Have you installed some?
Oh yeah, many times. It's a great product, and so we've been great luck with it, and it is very beautiful. And again, hail-proof, fireproof, great product.
Paul hung up. Okay, thank you, Paul, for calling. And 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let me go to the text. I got another one saying, okay, isn't there a standard by which they go by so many? This guy is addressing not enough damage. He said, I've heard of people not having enough hail hits per square to deem repairs necessary. So could that be what this guy is facing?
Yes, and it could be very well the case, but they're never going to say that in a letter. They're never going to say, we require 6 or 8 hits in a 10-foot by 10-foot square. They're just going to say, we don't see storm damage present on this roof. So when the adjuster's on the roof, that's the moment. If you have somebody representing you like myself or Mark with Genesis or one of their project managers, that's the moment right there. They need 8 or 10 hits in that square when they use their chalk and they're marking it up. That's when you want.
Okay,
really,
so how many hits do they want per square? And per square, a square is 100 square feet, right?
Right. And it depends on the insurance company. Allstate wants 8 hits. State Farm, you can run with 4 hits. It just depends.
I've seen companies say, 6 plus.
Right.
And it's like, well, I thought you were going to be looking for 8, but you got to 6, and you put 6 plus, and they were done.
Just depends on the carrier.
Right.
Hey, by the way, Kachina, we never did get Brad O'Brien on. It's kind of late now, but we wanted to get that woman on.
Unfortunately, we had to reschedule for tomorrow because he's in a meeting.
Okay. It is important, though, because I had people texting me about this squatter issue, wanting to know how did that turn out. This woman is literally locked out of her home by boarders who took some rooms, and then they filed a temporary restraining order against her to keep her out of her house. That dropped off, but now she can't get in because they nailed the back door shut and they're locking her out. And she can't get into her own home, and they're claiming they have rights to be there. So we're going to revisit that. When are we going to revisit that, Kachina? Tomorrow? When?
So I'm trying to set it up for tomorrow morning, first thing. So I haven't heard from Brad yet, but I've spoken with Annette. So that's already a good thing.
We got a question real quick for Shemansky.
Yes.
Do you see a lot of hail damage on stucco?
Where we see damage on stucco is typically not on the wall itself, except for the knockouts or the kickouts around your windows, around your door openings, because that usually has styrofoam below it as opposed to a hard coat. Now, you can have some stucco damage on the wall of your house if it is EIFS, which is a stucco with a very thin layer of concrete on top. It's not that strong, and you could get some damage or dents in that. But if it's hard coat, no.
Is it almost like a roof if there is damage on stucco, like you've got to redo the whole thing, or you can patch it?
You cannot patch stucco and not see the patch. You have to skim that whole wall.
Just that one side, or will they generally cover the whole thing?
Right. So you can do a good patch and then paint the exterior, and that can hide a patch. But typically, you need to skim out the whole wall to make it look right.
Wow. Okay. And do you get insurance companies to go along with that?
Yeah. Again, normally it's just the knockouts, around your windows and doors, and so that's not that expensive. Again, if it's a hard coat stucco, it's not going to get damaged.
All right. We got more coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
An accident blocking the right shoulder of the connector ramp from eastbound I-70 to eastbound I-76. I do see some minor slowing in that area. The rest of I-70 in decent shape. You have some construction slowing westbound I-70 just past E-470. That's pretty typical through there. Now I-25 traffic moving really well between Thornton and Castle Rock, either direction, with no accidents reported. I'm Chris McLaughlin with traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Hey, permanent LED lighting for your home. Mark and Suzanne have it to celebrate holidays, a sports game, even a birthday, or just to give some mood lighting, cleverly hidden until they burst to life using your smartphone. Thousands of colors and patterns, millions of options. Light up your life with Excel Roofing, where every day can be a holiday. Free estimates, excelroofing.com. They have special mapping software. Get your free estimates, excelroofing.com. Hey, are you looking for window siding, doors, and more? K&H has what you're looking for. They also have painting pros that can help you with painting. That's right. K&H has been around 65 years. It's a company I've known and loved for a very long time. Find out their entire line of windows, doors, and siding at khwindows.com. Also find out about their new showroom in Arvada, khwindows.com. 303-421-7100.
Yep. I'm shocked they didn't do it before.
Well, again, if you're swamped with hail.
I think they're becoming more and more popular.
I've seen them on some of my customers.
They're not cheap.
They're not.
Excel's way cheaper than the competition, but they're still not cheap.
What's one called Jelly Bean or something?
Yeah, Jellyfish is probably 2/3 higher,
right?
At least 50% higher.
Is the install pretty quick?
No, our house wasn't. On the average house, it would be.
Yeah.
We've got all those triangles everywhere.
Right.
I bet that looks badass though.
It does. It looks really good.
So there's like they paint to match the color, and there's a track system, and because every time you come to a triangle, you basically got to get the saw out, cut it, and do the whole triangle type thing on the track, because then the lights literally lay right in the track, not like a string of lights, like a brick of lights that snap into the track. So the track's got to be pretty much perfect.
Did they have to run a power supply to it, or they just run it down?
Yep, that goes in the garage, the smart box, and the power supply.
And ours actually syncs up to several different apps.
And because we have three attics in our house, that makes it even crazier. Because usually they'll just go into the one attic and do everything, and then just reconnect it. But with ours, I don't even know what they ended up doing.
You'll see our house on their commercial.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Pray to God you don't see me. I'm like...
Oh.
Yeah, they came out and shot a commercial
That's
Saturday night. They were out for a few hours.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. I mean, when it comes up, I'll have to look at it.
I'm sure they'll send us the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, those lights sound... Oh, let me see. Bless you, babe. Savvy, I'll send them on Discord.
What's that?
Oh, I'm gonna... I think I have some of our lights on video. Oh, yeah. Here it is. It's dark enough. Okay, check it out, Sav.
Good afternoon. So siding? Jay, do you have me on speakerphone by chance? Because it's a little hard to understand you.
Usually. Hey, Case 31 said you're so good looking, Mark. He's
You're
taken,
so
Case.
good looking.
He's taken.
Got it.
Back off.
All right.
That's because I sneezed.
For me, and we'll try to get
Case is a woman, right?
Possible, okay? Hold on.
I don't think so. I think Case is. I'm pretty
Case is
sure
a rapper.
Case is a guy.
Oh, okay.
Like, he doesn't identify.
Isn't it Case 13, right?
She doesn't identify on YouTube chat.
Is it Case 13?
Case 31.
Yeah, it's a rapper.
Yeah, it's a rapper.
It is. Am I crazy or no?
There's been, I think, Tim Medlin said that.
People in his 8th district and throughout Colorado, and legendary 38 Special co-founder and frontman Don Barnes on the band's first album in 21 years, Milestone, Tuesday on Ryan Schuling Live.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Jay, you have a question on siding? Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Tom, I do, and I'm just about to go under a highway bridge, so bear with me if it breaks up a minute. It should clear right up. I have my first question is, if you were in a neighborhood that wasn't stucco style anywhere really, would you avoid it because you'd be the only guy on the block, so to speak?
I would never avoid stucco. It's a beautiful, very classy siding. And I wouldn't care about blending once the house is built, of course. What I mean is you don't have to worry about overbuilding because the house is already in the community, so it's not like you have a choice. So I would do everything I could to upgrade my house so long as it was cost effective.
Okay, so he's got the old Masonite years and years and years and years ago, got the insurance settlement, but now he's going to be selling it, residing it. And I was telling him about James Hardy, stucco, and diamond coat.
First of all, I don't like James Hardy like everyone likes, unless it's installed perfectly. Mark, if you were going to reside a house like this that had the Masonite, what would you put on it?
LP Smart Side.
And tell me about LP Smart Side.
LP is it's a 50-year warranty. He just mentioned diamond coat. You can have the LP sent to a factory and they diamond coat it. That's the only product they work with. And it's a 30-year no-fade guarantee on the diamond coat coating. It's an amazing product. The siding itself is easy to install. It's a fiber.
But is the siding called diamond coat, or is that the coating?
That's the coating that you can. It does it with it. So you can, okay, I'm getting my siding. I'm gonna have diamond coat coated, and then we actually buy the siding from diamond coat in your color that you choose.
But what is the siding underneath the diamond coat?
That's LP Smart Side.
So is LP Smart Side the only one that comes with diamond coat?
Yes. That's
and
the only product they work with.
If you don't get diamond coat, what does LP? What is it coming?
You can have LP you can get primed, or you can get it in their own colors too. LP has their own colors, but it's only a 15-year warranty.
But your choice is LP.
LP. And again, if you're selling the house, I would not spend the money on diamond coat because this is something that you're going to live in the house. You can enjoy it, and you'll never have to paint your house again. If you're going to sell the house, I would not spend the money on that. You'll never get it back.
Okay. What would you do if you were selling the house? Would you do
I'd put it as prime product, and then I would paint it in the field.
Okay. Jay, any other questions?
Yeah, affordability-wise, are they all similar?
No, LP costs less than James Hardy.
Wow.
So you have a savings there. It's less expensive to install. You got 16-foot boards as opposed to 12. So there are advantages to it. And again, concrete eventually cracks.
You know, my opinion, I swear to God, I think James Hardy is the most overrated product on the market. That's just my opinion. Anyway.
The advantage of that is it does have a 1-hour fire rate, and James Hardy's does. LP does not.
By the way, GenesisTotalExteriors.com or ParagonServices.com. I'm Tom Martino. Save all your problems for me.
You're clear, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yep, see ya.
Okay, now what I